Welcome everybody to another standard event here on Magic Arena. I'm here with Twitch chat. We're doing this live. So this is going to be a traditional standard event. Traditional is a silly word. Just regular Magic, best of three. That should just be called standard, I think. But anyway, we're going to jump in, and there's a deck I wanted to play. We are going to try this Esper Control deck that I've been playing for a few days now. Maybe 2 days? 2 days? 3 days? And it's a mashup of basically the blue-white control shell with your usual suspects, lockdowns, no more lies, the clutch 2-mana counter spell, 3 steps ahead as your hard counter / draw, temporary lockdown, Wandering Emperor, no Sunfalls, and this is where the black part comes in. We're mashing blue-black control and blue-white. Blue-white is the better control deck. But blue-black is specifically better against decks like Temur Analyst, where you can deadly cover up, strip their World Souls Rages. In game 1, it's basically a buy. You just wreck them with deadly cover up. Unless they have some kind of counter magic main, or I haven't seen the Temur decks really adapt to this, but blue-black control kind of rose in popularity a little bit, it doesn't make up a huge portion of the metagame, but it started putting up results. Top 8s in Magic Online challenges, top 4 the last regional championship that just happened in Montreal. So blue-black has its attractive qualities. The sweet black spot removal, like Long Goodbye, is very good right now, especially with Esper midrange running around everywhere. And just this card just kills all the things I want to kill. So many powerful cards at 3 mana. And then the top end here, you've got your 3 Wraths. So instead of Sunfall, we're playing Deadly Cover Up. Basically, the Exile is far less important than stripping your opponent's deck. That just wrecks certain decks. And then the last Wrath of Farewell, we've got 2 Temporary Lockdown, 2 Tidebinder in the main, which is another interesting choice. I think it's great. I love Tidebinder right now. I've loved Tidebinder basically since it came out. So we're running the full 4. We've got 2 more in the sideboard, and it's been awesome. It comes in almost every matchup. The sideboard's the usual suspects, dresses and negates against control. Kutsil's Flanker against graveyard decks like 4-color Legends or like Temur Analyst, stuff like that. But again, Deadly Cover-Up does great work in those matchups as well. I could be playing just 4 Cover-Up and ditch the Farewell, but Farewell is also backbreaking against those decks. It is graveyard hate, so I kind of like playing 1. Temporary Lockdown against more low-to-ground aggro decks. Long Goodbye against midrange. Outrageous and Hullbreaker again against control. Hullbreaker's a weird one. I still don't like this card, but I don't know what else I could play here. I honestly think this should just be another Jace. I think Hullbreaker sucks, and I think Jace is much better. So let's put another Jace in the sideboard. The other change I wanted to try is a Get Lost. Maybe instead of a Long Goodbye. Let's cut the Long Goodbye in the board, or even I could put a Get Lost in the main, I suppose. But Get Lost, I'll put 1 in the board. That is the other removal spell. Like when you're not playing the white removal, like March of Otherworldly Light and Get Lost and stuff, you lack the ability to deal with non-creature permanents. So we can kill creatures, obviously, just fine, but we're relying really heavily on the No More Lies and the Tidebinder to be our non-creature interaction. So if they have Leyline Binding, or there's a, Urabrask's Forge, or some artifact or enchantment that I need to, just cancel a trigger or negate, and, a Planeswalker, that kind of thing. That's what Tishanas is for. So let's see if we can run this through an event. Oh, the one other thing that I should mention is this deck is playing 28 lands. And that's obviously a deliberate choice. The mana is tricky. You're playing 1 Field of Ruin, but you're basically just splashing for a double black card. So you have to play around 15 black sources at least. And this is 15 sources. But again, because of all the Field of Ruins running around in blue-white control and, other decks, blue-black, and we're running 1 as well, you have to run 5 basics. We've got 2 plains, 2 islands, and a swamp, which means you're not running a ton of dual lands. Like the Esper midrange decks, just all duals. They'll only play like 2 or 3 basics. But you're playing 5 basics is a lot. Like that's why the mana base it's kind of tricky. But yeah, so we've got 15 black sources here, and enough blue-white to cast all our spells. So I'm going to run this through an event here, and we'll see how it goes. So I will see you in round 1. All right, here we go. This is round number 1. We are Not sure what our opponent's playing. We lose the die roll, so hopefully they're not on Boros aggro or something. We shall see. 2 lands. I can't have no more lies up on 2, which is a problem. I don't think I can keep this. We are on the draw, but without even having a second blue source. Like, if this was a Dark Slick Shores, I would probably keep this hand. But if it's not even coming in untapped, and it's not a blue source, which means I can't cast 3 steps even if I find a third land. Like, if I don't find a blue source, I can't cast basically anything in my hand. I can cast this on turn 3. I think I'm going to mulligan. Okay, we mulligan again. Keep 5. Let's toss at least 1 land. Oh, do I toss multiple land here? I don't think I can, so we'll just put a Deduce, even though Deduce is going to unmulligan us here. This is still fine. Temporary Lockdown will get us back into the game if they're an aggro deck. Oh yeah, great. Temporary Lockdown should be very good here. The only thing that messes with us, of course, is if they have a duress effect. Obviously, this is not a standard tier 1 deck. This is a rogue deck, so no idea what they have. They could have anything here. Okay, so let's pass. We're gonna Deduce here, and then I can anchorage, or sorry, lockdown on 3. Just jamming it, huh? They're very lucky I don't have a counter here, but we don't have a counter here, so we'll let this do its thing. And I'm probably going to temp lockdown right now because I don't want them to draw cards here. Yeah, long goodbye should be good too. My turn. Losing my clue sucks. Should I wait one more turn, let them have a card, and then I get a card? Yeah, they might overextend. Okay, let's hope they overextend here. To claw back in this game from this mull to 5, I need to eke out as much value as I possibly can. Oh, you are lucky. So now they're going to draw 2 cards. Okay, so I need to kill this now. Okay, so they can have that. That'll spawn a couple dudes. Now, at the beginning of your end step, put an invitation out, ready to tap 2 more creatures, draw a card. Then if waiting announcement is 3 or more. Yeah, so even if I Tidebind the flip, it's not going to stop it. It'll just put it off a turn. Yeah, I'm losing my clue here, but it's better than letting them draw 2 cards. So me drawing 1 and them drawing 2, I'd rather just them draw 0, we draw 0. That's better. Chunky, how you doing? 3rd day of Esper? Yeah, we're playing an event right now, so this is going to be on YouTube. Otaku, how you doing? Do you think you're going to be doing much MH3 drafts? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, well, those stupid sets are always ridiculous, right? Universes, or not, what was it called? There was Vintage Masters, there was some other Double Masters, and what was the other? Ultimate Masters? All those Master sets were a fortune to draft and stuff. Yeah, it was not fun. Okay, Henrika, I can turn into a dork here. Crap. Okay, did they duress us? They did. See, I knew they would have duress. They take Deluge? Sure. No. Presume this is just gonna die, but Henrika will not transform. Let's see if we can find a sweeper. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I take some damage, and let me find a deadly cover-up. I don't even know what I would strip. Maybe Henrika's? But, like I said, the multi 5 is going to kill us here. We needed to draw pretty well to get out of this, and we did not, sadly. I can block. Can survive one more turn. I don't know, maybe I could draw Farewell? I could still draw Deadly Cover-Up. If they just have a bunch of Go for the Throats and stuff in their hand, then I should be fine here. What's it gonna be? Wow. Okay. What? Oh, that hasn't been chosen? Oh, so they had, because they chose to transform and I canceled it? They already drew a card, so now they had to sack their own dude? I don't know. So I could put Restless Anchorage in front of one of these. I think I'm just gonna take it here. That's hilarious. This card is terrible. Why are you playing? I mean, this is an event. The events are weird. You play against tier 1 decks, you play against total, you know, rogue decks. It's not a rogue deck. It's a deck that's like this is all the cards this person owns, you know. They're playing like whatever the rares they own. This is the one deck that they have, kind of, you know, collections. So a rogue deck, I would say, is like a deck that's not a tier 1 deck, but still competitive, but in the events, it's all over the place, right? Anyway, yeah, I'm definitely going to draft a ton of it, Otaku, yeah. They drop the entire spoiler? They might. Get ahead of the leaks that are inevitable? Maybe. Have you seen the Marvel Overwatch ripoff? No. Marvel Overwatch ripoff? No. Marvel Overwatch. I don't even remember what Marvel Overwatch is. What are we talking about? What is Marvel Overwatch? I don't even know what that is. Overwatch. It sounds familiar, but... Oh, hi, Mark. You lose! No, I'm not out of the woods yet, but that's what I needed. That is what I needed. I can leave my deluge in the yard. So am I going to strip Flesh Gorgers here or Henricas? It's interesting. Maybe... Ooh, that's actually really interesting. It's got to be Flesh Gorger, right? I'm going to take the Flesh Gorgers out. There's no way they're playing a playset of these. They're probably just 1 or 2. But Flesh Gorger, they probably have 4 or 3. I don't care about anything else. So, any land and we get the deluge. I have cut down up to deal with something here. Marvel Rivals. Cadillac, how you doing? This is standard Brooklyn, yeah. Smoltron, how you doing? Almost coming in here and saying, you're really early. I was. Well, I was a little early. Like, I started about 45 minutes earlier than I normally do, but... Oh, you lucky schmuck! You gotta be kidding me. What? You have 1 Flesh Gorger? Look at this pile of cards. 1 Wandering Emperor, 2 Cruelty of Gix, 2 Tainted Adversary. Fairy Dream Thief? Why? What's going on? I don't know what my opponent's deck is doing. Whoa, okay, and 2 Demo Field. Yeah, I guess that's the 1 Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Again, I'm playing against the Trade Binder deck here, so no way to know which of these creatures. They literally have 2 copies of everything. There's no way to strip a whole playset out of their deck. I don't know what Marvel Rivals was. I don't know. Is it a new Marvel game? Oh, okay. I have no idea. What does that even mean, though? Like, you guys still haven't told me what it is. What is it? Is it a card game? Is it like Marvel Snap? Is it a TCG? Is it an RTS? Is it an FPS? Is it a turn-based strategy game? You guys aren't helping. What is this game? I still don't know. Rivals is like Overwatch. That does 0 for me. I already told you, I don't know what Overwatch is. It's like JK when we play Codenames and he gives the most ridiculous word and we're like, what? And he's like, you guys don't know what the larval stage of the monarch butterfly is after 3 months? It's called a anthropomorphosis. And we're like, what the why would you think we know that? I don't know that. Okay. Oh, it's like Overwatch. It's like when people say, what kind of a game is it? And they say, it's a Metroidvania. And you're like, that's useless. What do you mean? What kind of game is it? It's a Marvel game that looks like Overwatch. Okay. So nobody can actually tell me what it is. Great. Okay, we've got another Henrica here. I can memory deluge, but then I die. So they can't make us draw a card and lose a life, thank God. Transformation. That was not the play. They should have drawn a card. This doesn't get vigilance, does it? Emperor. I am getting lucky here off the top. I mean, any removal spell would kill this. I guess Long Goodbye wouldn't do it, but Go for the Throat or, yeah, Wandering Emperor. But finding the Emperor here. Boop. Go back to 4. They have a Long Goodbye and a Nganjo and 1 card. I mull to 5 this game. We might be able to win this game. I need to draw a land to flashback the Deluge, and I can probably pull out of this. Oh yeah, I'm sure you can kill my Emperor, Sholdred's Edict or something. They have no creature lands either. Oh, a Rite of Oblivion, sure. Yeah, they had 2 of those in the deck as well. Ooh, not bad. Not good. Can't really do anything with it. I don't want to exile graveyards. I have a Deluge in mind. But soon, if I have to be careful with the enchantments. If I do exile enchantments, of course, I give them their cult conscript back. But Marvel Rivals, that's the superhero team-based PvP shooter. Thank you. That helps. Team-based PvP shooter. So like, yeah, so like a Valorant-style game. Never heard of it in my life. Marvel Rivals? Is it new? Somebody said it was new, right? A new Marvel game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Those kind of games, what did they do? Look at my hand, get nothing. Good. Ooh, Deluge is good. So they're going to DT here. What do you think they're going to go find? I think I'm just going to pass here. I could obviously fare well. Again, I'm naming enchantments, though. It's kind of scary. I'd rather them do whatever they're going to do with this. It doesn't matter, and then we'll get it. No need to shout either, Smoltron. You can use small letters. Just tell me what it does. Or tell me what it is. PvP shooter, yeah. Like Overwatch. Oh, is that what you're referring to? Overwatch the game? Okay, Marvel Overwatch is something else. When like you're talking about Overwatch, Overwatch is a game. But when you say Marvel Overwatch, that sounds like the name of a game, not Overwatch. It sounds like Marvel Overwatch. Like Team Fortress 2, sure. Like, yeah, nobody said like Overwatch. They said Marvel Overwatch, and then they said it's like Marvel Rivals or something. I don't know. What did you say? Marvel Rivals. It's like Marvel Overwatch, and I'm like, what is Marvel Overwatch? Yeah, so I see what you guys said there, and yeah, because it's a chat, it got lost in translation. Oh, you bastard. Goddamn. I'm 1 mana short of flashing back Memory Deluge, and now they're gonna eat it. That's obviously what they DT'd for here. That's okay. We'll fare well. They get to eat one of these deluges because I couldn't find a 7th land here. But I have another deluge. We should be okay. So if I fare well, I guess I have to name enchantments. Do I? Next turn they... that's so annoying. I could just untap Farewell, exile graveyards and everything here. Just leave them with a Cult Conscript that I could cut down, but yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna Deluge here because I want to exile graveyards as well, right? Yeah, let's just do this. And yeah, I'm gonna go all. They can get their Cult Conscript back, I don't care. And then I can cut that thing down and then Deluge to find more action, go to 2 here. Not a big deal. Yeah, now I understand what you guys were saying, but okay, it's like Overwatch, but it's a Marvel game. That's what you were saying. I understand. Moderator 1, you copied the search part of your thing there. What did you ask? Smoltron asked ChatGPT. Nice. Marvel game that looks like Overwatch. You don't know how I read that? Well, no, I didn't read it as that, right? Wait, what? Time, yeah. Yeah, no, well, I'm glancing at the chat, so people said Marvel Rivals or whatever. Marvel, oh, you said Marvel Overwatch ripoff. Oh, so you were saying, yeah, it's the way you worded that, I didn't know what you were saying. But the Overwatch ripoff, but using Marvel IP that, like, yeah, I understand. Nice. So opponent has a top decked card that makes a bunch of bodies, and I had no mana up. That should kill us. I'm trying to think of what I could possibly have here to not die. Temp Lockdown would be the only card. Temp Lockdown and a land. Yeah, we don't find Temp Lockdown land. Okay, let's go to game 2. Opponent got lucky there that we mulled to 5. I think we would have smashed them easily had it not been for the variance. But what are you gonna do? Temp Lockdown number 3 and 4 come in here. I think maybe Destroy Evil. Wow, look at this. What is this bug? Jesus. There's always something new bugged on Magic Arena. I don't think Jace is any good here. We need to deal with their creatures. So I could bring in Tidebinders. I could bring in... I'm not going to bring in Seed Shark because they're going to have their long goodbyes and stuff probably still in their deck. Deadly Cover-Up, Farewell. The Wraths are all good. Basically everything's good against them. I could bring Tidebinder's great against them. You know, Get Lost would probably be fine against them. Destroy Evil. I think Get Lost over Destroy Evil just because Destroy Evil is not going to hit a lot of the creatures. I could take out Cut Down because the only creature I could hit with it is the Cult Conscript. Or like this guy if they just play it as a 2/3. Are they ever doing that though? I'm not interested in trading with tokens. I can't trade with... Was this a 1/3? Oh my god, that's a 1/3. But like Skitter and Flesh Gorger, I thought this thing was bigger than that. I guess it flips into a 3/4. This card hasn't seen play in ages. I don't know. Okay, so is Cut Down good then? Maybe. They're playing Henrika Domrathi. Tidebinder's so good here. I don't know if I can cut Tidebinder. God damn it. Okay, I'll cut Deduces. Let's try this. We'll just bring in a couple lockdowns and that's it. Not you getting any Marvel on it, told Marvel versus Street Fighter games. Nice. Simpsons games. Yeah. Master System? Sega Master System? No way. The Sega Master System didn't have Simpsons. I think the Sega Genesis did, but the original Sega Master System had a Simpsons game? I don't even remember that. I remember the arcades, and I remember the Sega Genesis Super Nintendo versions, the 16-bit version, but you're talking like 8-bit Simpsons game? Oh. I didn't even know that was a thing. It has 2 or 3 on the original? Wow. Holy cow. Really? I'm trying to think of when did The Simpsons even come out? I thought it was after the Master System was already like old. Maybe. Maybe I believe you. I had no idea. Wow, that's wild. All right, let's deal with this. So we've got a 2-1 here. 2-1's gonna crunch. So Marvel made a shooter. Yeah, that sounds dumb. When I heard Riot was making a new shooter, I was like, oh, sweet. And then Valorant came out, and I was like, what? Haven't we evolved past this? Really? It's just Counter-Strike. I've been playing this for like 5,000 hours. Now it's just that again, but that's it? Like, I don't get it. It's just, they got superpowers now? It's the same thing we've been doing for years. Why? This is not a step in a new direction or anything. Battle Royales came out and I was like, oh, this is sweet. This is something new. This is different. This is a new way to play FPS games. But these arena 5-on-5 shooters, there's so many. Like, I've been playing that type of game for so many years, so many thousands of hours now that I just have zero interest in that kind of stuff. Whether it's Valorant, Overwatch, like they're all just another version of Counter-Strike. Except they have powers. That's not new anymore. I don't know. So I'm not interested in anything like that. Yeah. But I know other people are, you know, obviously those games are, well, Overwatch has declined in popularity, but Valorant's still very popular. Counter-Strike's still huge, still a great game. I'm just not crazy about it anymore. But right. Could be, yeah, could be something like that. But Simpsons is not from Europe. Simpsons is not from Japan or whatever, right? Yeah, there's some games in Japan that never came to North America, but Simpsons is not that. Simpsons is an American IP. Based in America, created by an American, broadcast on American television. So it would make zero sense if it was a Simpson games that came out in Europe and didn't come out in North America, right? That does not make sense to me. But I'm just surprised that it exists. It's wild. Superman, how you doing? Arma, oh yeah. Yeah, Huzzle, I know, and I still play PUBG. I think it's still the best battle royale, but the other version, like Apex, came out and it was a little goofy, and I don't know, I didn't like a lot of what was going on there. The time to kill was way too low, or way too high, and you get third-partied so much and all that stuff, but... Oh, now you're talking in general. Okay, well, yeah, we're talking about Simpsons game. But I know in general, yeah, so I know video games come out in different regions. Yeah, sure. I've played Famicom and stuff like that in Korea and Japan, and like there's crazy, or go to the game markets there. The one in Seoul in South Korea was crazy. There was like this huge long, like kind of alley. It was just video game alley is what we called it. It was just all these shops selling like, you know, ripped games, hacked cartridges and consoles, and tons of legit stuff all right next to each other. Just like, you know, I got my DS there when the Nintendo DS first came out, and I got the modded, what was it called? The like chip that it's like a cartridge you put in the back. I can't remember what it was called. I think I still have it somewhere. And, you know, load it up with games and everything, download ROMs, all that stuff. Hit me, baby. Mm-hmm. Deal. Emperor trades for a card. Mm-hmm. Okay, would like to draw some card draw here. A Memory Deluge to pull us ahead. A sweeper wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, sure. So yeah, games come out in all the different regions. But anyway, getting back to the shooter, yeah, it would be cool to see like another good, I don't know, battle royale. But again, this is just personal preference. I like the more kind of tactical military shooters. But I know a lot of people love Fortnite. I mean, people love goofy shit. Like kids don't like Arma 3. Little kids like Fortnite. So a lot of companies like lean more in that direction. Valorant is that cartoony goofiness, right? Same with Apex, same with, yeah, a lot of stuff. Okay. Please let me draw a Wrath. Let's see, they know I have a Wandering Emperor. Really? Okay. Henrika, you think they would side this out against me as I'm playing no creatures? They just sacrificed their own creature pre-combat. I don't know what my opponent's doing here, but... Yeah, Warzone was good. That is true. When Call of Duty came out, that the Warzone, the best aspect of Warzone, I think, was the map. The map was incredible in that game. There's a memory deluge. We needed that. The map was fantastic. That Warzone map, it was detailed. There were so many areas to like. Every area was good to fight in. Like when PUBG first came out, there were issues with the map, and they fixed it and they tweaked. There was, you know, and the other map, Sandhawk, was garbage. Like they've screwed up a lot. Call of Duty nailed that map. But I think, you know, the arcadiness of Call of Duty puts me off it a little bit. Like, I don't want to play a game where I feel like I'm putting in... Every time I die, I just can come back and come back. It's like I'm putting quarters into an arcade machine, right? I just keep coming back. Okay. So, you know, PUBG, you die. And that was what made it feel serious. Like when you were hiding, you were genuinely scared because you knew, shit, if they see me, if this team comes over here, I'm dead and that's it. The game's over. I don't have a chance to like come back. You know what I mean? I love that about those like more realistic, like Tom Clancy games used to be like that. Rogue 6 and stuff. Not Rainbow Six Siege, or did I say Rogue? Rainbow Six, the old Rainbow Six games and stuff. They were like, you got shot, you just died. Like 2 shots. Like if somebody sprays you, you're dead. Just like in real life, right? But PUBG has issues, yeah. PUBG still has issues. Okay. So no attacks. So I could Tidebinder this. I would like to Deluge here. I think I'm going to Deluge instead. I can't do both here, and I want to find... Yeah, that just kills Lily. Maybe I should have done that already. So maybe I should... Well, I couldn't do it before they activated here, but yeah. Makes me sad, but I'll do this. Kill Lily. They discard Rite of Oblivion. Sure. Okay, pass. And they don't want to attack into my Emperor. Draw a card, lose a life. Sure. We're gonna draw a bunch more cards. The first deluge always finds the next deluge. Yeah, we can jam this now. They can take my deluge and we can flash it back next turn. What else you got? Yeah, the Multify was unfortunate in game 1. This game we didn't... I don't know, we had okay draws, but... took a little long to find that first deluge, and now we're sitting here. Trying to dig out of the card advantage hole from not being able to refill early, but... Sure. Tradesies. Okay. Pass. Gonna deluge on their end step, of course, in case they find duresses and stuff. All those things are dead against us. Shadowy Backstreet. Okay. What else you got? I'm at 18, so feeling pretty good here. Bunch of removal in your hand? Long goodbyes and stuff? Who knows? They're not playing anything, so hand probably not great. Yeah, these are good spells. Should I temp lock down the one conscript? I think I can get better value off my temp lockdown, and I'm under no real pressure. Still lots of life, so I think I would rather just deluge again. And keep pulling further and further ahead on card advantage. Now, they haven't played anything, so they have 4 cards, but I think looking at the top 7 and finding 2 is going to be better than whatever they top decked in the last 2 turns. We'll see. They can't not attack us here. SOCOM 2. Oh yeah, that stuff was fun. I remember SOCOM. Blackout was better, yeah. Roblox, yeah, Roblox is just money printing machine, right? Sure. And blow that up with a Get Lost here. I could have countered it, but Get Lost is fine. Save my counter spell for something else, like a wedding announcement, or I guess Get Lost takes care of anything, really. But I can Get Lost here and then temp lockdown, and we're good. Sure. Trying to mana screw me? I can take it. Okay. Get Lost. Lock down. And I've got 3 steps to counter draw here. Might as well use it. They're going to take it anyway. Don't think I need the land. What should I strip out of their deck? Tainted Adversary? They did have 4 of those, didn't they? Pass? They're top decking. They have nothing going on here. We have Deluge to pull ahead, so yeah, I feel pretty good. Annoying, but not the end of the world. They take a Wrath that's not really doing anything right now. Yeah, all those duress effects have a steep cost that people don't ever seem to realize. You put more of these in your deck, your own deck gets worse. Your deck gets worse. No More Lies is not amazing here. Maybe I just take Anchorage? I have a Restless Reef already. I could just start attacking with the creature lands to kill them. Or should I take another lockdown? I have Cut Down in hand. I'm going to go Anchorage Long Goodbye here. And let's fire this up and swing. Demo Field. That's the last one. Okay. So there's nothing I want to cast this turn, so let's just get our last basic. And play our Anchorage, and then start crushing with the creature land here. Nope. When I looked at their deck in game 1, I saw only 2 demo fields, so I'm pretty sure they don't have any more. Sure. Surveil away, friendo. Okay, no need to cut this down. Okay. Need to find, again, another form of card advantage here if I can. We've used 2 deluges. We have two left. I took out the deduces, but 3 steps ahead would also do the trick if I find one of those. That's the one. That's the one I'm looking for. Yeesh. Deluge, baby. Alright. Racket, what's up? Couldn't have deluged with that floating mana and still get lost the arena? You're right, but that would have been main phase. And if I do that and their last card was Duress, then they get to take whatever I deluged and put in my hand, so... oh, okay. Sure. Yikes. Rite of Oblivion, just not good enough. Not unless you're making a lot of creatures. Wait, full control. Yeah, that's not going to combat. Okay, and this thing... Non-skeleton creature died this turn. They only have 1 mana. Might as well do it, right? They can't even bring this back. Okay. Still gonna fire up the Anchorage here. I can save this Deluge. I don't know, maybe I should just hit with the Deluge here, but... I think we're fine. My opponent has no cards. They can't do anything with those Rite of Oblivions to my creature land here. I don't think I need that. We've got bigger fish to fry. I could have Racket, but that would have been, yeah, if you ever Deluge, like, I want to do it on their end step to avoid getting pilfered, duressed, and all that. Like, they sided in literally a shit ton of discard against me, right? So if I take advantage of the mana and do all that on their second main phase when they fielded me or whatever, demolition fielded me, and if they, you know, that would have played into a duress if they had one. That's why I was waiting till end step. And again, it doesn't change anything. Saving the 1 mana wouldn't have mattered. We still got rid of the whatever it's called, arena. I guess these two? Probably going to save a Ganjo here. Let's pass. And I'm going to flashback Deluge. So I'm not going to Anchorage here because I want to flashback Deluge and maybe Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. That doesn't matter. Caustic Bronco, after debuting at the Pro Tour and everybody going, oh, I knew it, Bronco's amazing, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just, it's bad. Nobody plays it. Yep. All right, game 3. I think Caustic Bronco's now disappeared from all the green-black decks, actually, which is really interesting. I thought it was, like, the main part of their deck, but now they're all, like, moving off it. It's weird. And the black-white Bronco deck never became a thing. Which is unfortunate. I like seeing new decks, but that card's just not good enough to carry those decks. Not against Rafine and Domain and Atraxa and cards like that, right? It's interesting to see, but I wish, yeah, I just don't think, until Cutdown rotates, there's no way a 2/2 like that is ever going to dominate the format, right? Or be the core of any super powerful deck. I mean, even Mosswood Dread Knight wasn't really good enough to make black-green a tier 1 deck. Even though it comes back to life, even if it gets cut down. Never mind, yeah, the 2/2 Snorse. I don't know. It's interesting. I wish people did more with it, but it's just, I don't think you can with this kind of stuff in the format. It's just too shaky. So do we destroy evil? I don't think so. Again, they showed us almost nothing with high toughness. All they did was side in a bunch of discard effects, which they get worse when you have a lot of them, because instead of these being creatures that they were pressuring us with, they just took a random deluge that we flashed back or whatever. Like, it's, you know, not amazing. So do I want to change anything? I don't think I do. Let's just get this last game in the books. The Gambling Commission, wait for fate. Why? I suppose Commission has to... What? I don't know what you're talking about, wait for fate. Usually I can watch a game and learn, but this game remains a mystery. Retro. This game is really easy to learn. It's just very difficult to master. It's really very rewarding game. I recommend you just Google Magic Arena. It's free, and it's the original TCG. If you've ever played any TCG, this is where it all came from, was this game. And in my mind, this is still the best of the TCGs that have come out. It's crazy. Like 30 years later, I don't think anything has surpassed Magic. So give it a try if you're interested. It's easy to learn. Oh, you got it on your phone. Yeah, they have mobile app now too, right? Am I keeping this? Obviously it's very slow. They duress my cut down and then I'm in trouble. I'll keep it. But playing at a high level, like playing tier 1 Magic or whatever, tier 1 standard on Arena, playing competitively, playing in the Arena Opens, like drafting is very complicated and, you know, takes a lot of practice and everything else. You know, the basic game, you can have fun with it without getting super, super deep. But if you want to explore everything that you can do in Magic, it's incredible, you know? Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, this is fine. And they might think, haha, they've got all lands in their hand. I've done it. Now I just kill them at my leisure. It's like, no, but you haven't played any actual threat yet. Okay, now they've played a threat. But turn 3, this is way too slow. They need to be threatening me immediately. If you're giving me the time to get up to Wandering Emperor now, and pretty soon I'm going to have Wrath online. This is the downside of these kind of effects that I think a lot of people don't understand. They side in way too many of that stuff, usually. Anyway, this is a good start for my opponent. I'm going to have to lock it down here probably on my turn. A good start with Skitter, I mean. Skitter specifically because he eats my graveyard is quite good. Sure. But our deck's all removal and counter spells, so we'll find something to get out of this, I imagine. So I should just kill Skitter here. So let's pass. I can't double spell, so I have to choose one of these things to do. I think I'd rather kill Skitter first and then temp lockdown. This is beginning of combat? Yeah. So let's full control this. No. Okay, let's see if they play another 2-drop for us to eat with temp lockdown. Oh, random. Okay. Sure. Down to 2 cards. Can I find a sweeper? Nope, but that's okay. What? This is basically a sweeper. And then Wandering Emperor should eat the Skitter. Let's see if they top deck Duress, number 3. Because of course they do. Now Duress is good, because we're in the mid to late game here, so now it actually matters. But pretty lucky they got the 3rd one there in the first, I don't know, 13 cards of their deck. That's okay. Again, we can top deck any number of sweepers. 1 Memory Deluge probably just gets us back into it as well. Oh, wow. Okay. Sure. Desperate times, right? They've got to finish me before I stabilize, or they're in deep shit here. Sure. Mm-hmm. Boing. I'll buy some time here. Next turn I've got Anchorage up. I can block Dream Thief or keep the rats off my back, but... Yep, that's all they've got. Nice. Oh, come on. Let's pass. Yeah, needed to find 1 more Deluge there. They took the first one with Duress. I needed to just... Or 3 steps ahead? Man, playing 4 of those. I haven't seen many of those this match, but unfortunately not drawing very well here. And now my opponent drawing well. Finding another Skitter there was pretty lucky. Let's see if they can try and kill me here. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Presume they have a removal spell for this. Mm-hmm. Unfortunate. Like I said, long goodbye, and these kind of cards typically not very good against us, but GG. Give them a good game there. All right, I will see you in the next match. Welcome back, everybody, for round number 2. Losing round number 1 to some random binder deck feels bad, but hey, it's Magic. I will keep. Any deck can beat any deck if they draw the right cards, but it's just frustrating, right? I mean, things like Long Goodbye and whatever, the last spell they cast there, we have 0 targets in our deck. Literal 0. We have 2 creature lands that they can hit with it. 3 creature lands. I have 2 Anchorage and another one, but... So it's kind of frustrating when, you know, they have a random card that's dead against like 80% of our deck, 90% of our deck. And it ends up being relevant. But I think we lost a little bit before that just by not drawing, yeah, some more card draw or a sweeper, like a deadly cover-up or whatever. Let's pass. Another random black swamp, basic swamp on turn 1? I don't know. Is there a deck in Standard that's tier 1 that would start like this? I don't think so, right? It's weird, but... People love playing black in Magic. It's, I think, by far the most popular color in Magic. Should I just jam Jace here? No, right? They're gonna have Shouldered's Edict and stuff like that in their deck if they're swamp here. Hey Superman, how you doing? I'm in the play queue. No. The play queue? What the oh, you mean just like... I don't even know what that is. I don't play ever in the casual queue? Is that what you're talking about? No, this is an event. The play queue? No. Do I give a shit? I don't know if I care about Liliana here. If Liliana comes down and pluses, do I give a shit? I just activate my creature land and hit it, right? Draw a card off clue. Do I really care? Yeah, whatever. Sure. Should I counter it? Oh, I can't. What am I saying? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I didn't play... Oops, I played the wrong land there. Sure, Lily can come in. I was gonna kill it with anchor or hit it with Anchorage anyway, but I thought, oh, 3 steps, but oh yeah, whoops. Didn't leave up 3 steps there. Didn't play my blue source. Maybe I should pay attention to the game. Torf, how you doing? Gunther from Minnesota, yes. Event, yeah. We don't ever play. You never have to ask that. I don't think I've ever played a single match on the play ladder in Arena, ever. Even right from, like, closed beta, I was part of the closed beta, and there was some testing and stuff there, but since it actually released, I don't think I've ever played on the play ladder. I don't think I need lockdown here. Let's just ditch that. Infernal Grasp. That hits only creatures, right? Play something. There, I tapped out for you. Play something now. Play a creature that I can kill. Please. Dear Lord. I played for the quests. Oh, does it even... Oh, I guess it contributes to your quests? I didn't even know that, Christian. Damn. Golgari mid-range. No, the last deck? No, they were black-white, right? Black-white, yeah. Shouldered, perfect. I will discard cards. Gotta keep the double black here. Yes, that goes away. Sure. Oh, man. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked with the anchorage there and just cast Jace instead. Yeah. I don't really care about Shouldered yet, though, right? That's annoying. They're almost out of action here. Shouldered we're gonna have to deal with, obviously, but should be able to find something off Memory Deluge to kill Shouldered. Oh, it is. That's another black-white deck? What is happening right now? Is there a disease out there? People have the Orzhov syndrome? What are they? Why are people playing Orzhov? It's not a good deck, but I lost to it last match. I mean, I mulled to 5 in game 1. Basically, they had a bye in game 1, but that's pretty annoying. That doesn't matter. The bat. I mean, it's annoying that we're playing against rogue decks here back to back, but this is the events. This is what I signed up for. This deck is made to beat the Teamer Analyst decks, Domain, Esper Midrange, you know, the tier 1 decks in Standard, Boros. These decks sometimes have cards that, yeah, I can't interact with well. This is fine. I just need to find one of my removal spells for Shouldered, or Wrath. Yeah, still don't care about this. I guess I will discard basic planes here. I have 5 monocolor, 1 trip. 13 lands each? Jeez. Oh, you finished the color quest. Yeah. I never pay attention to the quests. I just play whatever deck I want, and the quests automatically get finished. Like, I don't even really try. But it's because I'm playing, like, 5 hours of Magic, you know, a day. So I can play any deck and basically get the stupid thing or whatever. The dailies. But it makes sense. If you only have a short time to play Magic Christian, that's the way to do it. Yeah, for sure. The way you're doing it. Sure. Not even playing around Wandering Emperor here, but I guess they're down to 1 card, so they don't really have a choice. They are gonna get screwed. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I am gonna look for a way to kill. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll kill this now. Okay, go nuts. So I take 5, 7, and then I deadly cover up, strip all the Shouldereds. And maybe win from there? We'll see. Yeah, they have nothing except 1 last card, but of course it's a Gix. The only card that would be relevant here, like letting them draw cards. Wedding Announcement would draw them 1 card, but Gix has to be the best top deck they could have ripped there. Jeez. We get to Wrath here, but Gix is pretty lucky draw. What are you gonna do? Huh? Huh? The only thing luckier than a Gix off the top would be another Duress off the top or something. We'd be in deep shit. Yep. I'm gonna do this. What am I gonna strip here? Should I take Shouldereds or Gixes? I feel like I should take Gix, right? But I'm at such a low life total and I don't have an answer for Shouldered. Maybe I'll take Sholdreds. Nothing. Oh yeah, look at this. The full play set. 2 swamps in their hand. Jeez, they're done. They are done. No creature lands. I have a Field of Ruin anyway, but if I untap with 2 hard counters here, it's going to be very difficult for them to win. I only have 4 blue sources, though, so if I do play Jace, like, double blue, I can only counter once. I mean, I'd only have the mana to do it anyway once, but the blue are a little choked. Top deck Gix. Not bad. But I can do this. Boop. And I can cut it down if I want. Oh, you piece of shit. The auto tapper just effed me, but okay. Let's pass. I think I'm just going to cut it down on end step here. Jace allowing you to cut things down is pretty nice, actually. Attack! No. They have 6 cards in their graveyard to my 4, so I think I'm going to mill them with Jace and draw a card here. Not like turbo mill here, but just -2. Okay, Path of Peril. Oh, those are 3 dead cards I just milled for them. Damn it. Pass. End step, we've got Deluge. This game's looking pretty good here. No. Toss Dark Slick. Alright. Mill them again. There's another Aclazot's gone. Pass. Okay. Feeling pretty good here. No more Sholdreds in their deck, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't know what other reach they could possibly have here, but maybe Rush of Dread? But that wouldn't kill me, right? Bloodletter of Aclazots or something. I'm gonna do this. They're gonna cast it again. And then I'm going to No More Lies it. And then we don't have to deal with it anymore. Oop. Alright. Don't want to lose Jace, so let's just plus him here. Creature land go. Yep, they scoop with 23 life. Nice. Esper gets game 1. Let's bring in more removal. Jace not amazing here. Tidebinder pretty good. Literally every creature in their deck has an activated ability. Lockdown? They're playing Tenacious Underdog. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, they're almost certainly playing 4 bats, right? And Path of Peril in the same deck, which is already bizarre. But Path of Peril, Underdog. Or, sorry, Bat, Underdog are the only 2 drops. Do I really care about... Maybe Temporary Lockdown's not amazing here. Get Lost, Destroy Evil? They might have Phyrexian Arena or something post-board. Plus this hits... Like, why aren't you playing Preacher of the Schism? Isn't that the best black creature in Standard? Not counting gold cards like Rafine and stuff. Gix, Preacher, like, those are the backbone of the deck. Maybe they're playing Gix over Preacher? I didn't see any Preachers. 4 Sholdred is very high number of Sholdreds, too. So I think I'm going to take... I'll take the Destroy Evil here. Even though I didn't see Preacher. I think just 4 Sholdreds in the main is probably enough. And Aclazots and whatever else. Kutzel's Flanker's interesting. Dealing with underdogs and all that. Maybe that's better than Lockdown. Is that crazy? Lockdown eats those bats, though, you know? But, hey, MTG. Sub-toddler? 3.5 years. 42 months? Wow, what a sub.
3.5 years is too long.
Thank you for the sub. MTG, you're a legend. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. Riley, how you doing? Golgari matches, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Golgari matches? Oh, you mean this deck against Golgari? Easy. Easy peasy. Sorry, I'm recording for YouTube, so I was kind of ignoring. I'm not paying attention to the chat while we're playing the games. I'll catch up during sideboarding here. So what should I side out against them? Take out a couple Deduce. I don't know. Maybe I'll cut 1 Lockdown. Sure. Bring in Get Lost and Destroy Evil. Take the bats. Oh, with the wrath? No, I would rather hit the shoulder. It's at 4 life. Bat's not going to kill me, but shoulder would or could. Geeks isn't a great top deck. Oh, off the top, not when they had 2 creatures in play, it was a great top deck. That's when I said it was great. Another Gix was pretty good there, though. It wasn't the worst, but I had a bunch of answers at that point, and yeah, they had no board. But the first Gix they ripped off the top was them with Shouldered and Bat in play, and they had land 2 swamps in hand. I looked at their hand, and then they ripped Gix and slammed it and drew 2 cards, and I was like, oh my god. But then they had... Oh, sorry. No. That was before I looked at their hand. Yeah, they had 1 card in hand. They drew. They played a land, and then they played Gix, and they had no more cards in their hand. Then they drew 2 cards, and they were 2 swamps. That's what I looked at after I deadly covered up. Slow, but I think I can keep this. They're going to lead with Duress and Bat and all this crap, and they're not going to put any pressure on me. So I'm going to be able to, you know, pull ahead here with lands, or keep making land drops, not under any pressure. Hopefully get to 4 or 5 mana, and then it doesn't matter if they take my cards, because any Wrath I top deck at that point is good, right? I don't have any second white source here, which is a problem. Deadly cover up, not bad. But yeah, that's the nice thing about playing control. Like, you to lose, you have to get unlucky. Like, you have so many outs, so many sweepers, so many haymakers and memory delusions and 3 steps, things to dig you to your, you know, powerful cards, that the opponent has to basically pray that you draw badly. That's really one of the only ways you can lose, but... or against an aggro deck that stomps you or whatever. But in these kind of mid-range decks, like, the mid-range should never have a chance of beating control, as long as control doesn't get screwed by the variants, but... Like in match 1, we got mull to 5 and then drew pretty badly in game 3, and that was it. That's all it takes. Sure. Liliana. Another card that's not great in Standard. I'm gonna put this away. They have deadly... Why are you playing Deadly Cover-Up, dude? Oh no, that's not what you want to play against control, that's for sure. Jeez. What do they think? They're going to strip my Wandering Emperors and I'm going to lose the game? Nah. No. No more bullshit from you, Lily. Yeah, with Tidebinders running around everywhere, Lily's bad. The only way Lily's good is if you are getting really big value off the discard. But the symmetrical discard, so many decks are playing Lily and then they're sitting there going, shit, what do I discard now? I kind of want all these. They end up discarding something good. Okay, now that I've untapped with counter magic, I feel pretty good here. Pass. Need a land, though, obviously. I'm going to have to 3 steps ahead on end step and dig with one of these if I don't have to counter something here. But if they're not playing Cavern of Souls, this should buy us enough time to get to some more lands, I believe. Nah. Nah, I don't like you. Not a land. So Tidebinder already trades for a card, and now if they spend another card killing it, or it trades for something else... Oh, you gotta be... Oh, they can't even activate their fortress here. I don't know why they're splashing white. Have I seen a single white card in their deck? I don't think I have. No. Stop making me counter stuff so I can draw cards, please. Okay? Please. God damn it. Brutal. Okay. This is when I draw 3 steps ahead when I have no lands and I have to just, like, play them as cancel. If I find a couple lands that I can start drawing cards with this, it's much better, but... Any land gets us the double deluge, and then this game's basically over. They're never going to be able to compete with this card advantage. They haven't put us under any kind of clock, so we're still on 20 life here. I'm going to let that resolve. I don't care. Trades for Tidebinder. If they remove it, then I can fight over the removal spell, or I can, you know, Wandering Emperor, pump it, or do some other thing. If I draw a land, then I can actually cast spells. That would be great. Should I 3 steps here? Oh, you can use a little... Go for the throat, or whatever bad removal you left in your deck? No? Okay. Dear Lord. Go. How am I not drawing any lands? I kept a 3-lander, right? I haven't drawn a single land all game. We've been 50-50 every single turn to draw a land from turn 3. So I could counter this. I think I'd rather just play another Tidebinder, right? Now what? Opponent has no clue what to do. They're like, shit. If they attack, they get one card, and then I Emperor this. I haven't made a land drop. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna have a white source off the top. They should just attack here. I could take 3 and then just Tishana's the trigger. I think that might be better actually. Because then I untap. If I draw a white source, then I can just kill Gix with that. I don't have to trade the Tidebinder. But I don't know. Maybe I should just flash in Tidebinder as like an ambush Viper. But if they have another removal spell, then that's bad. I think I would rather let them hit me for 3. Like I don't care about the life, and then just cancel the trigger. I think that's better. But we'll see. Hey, Waff Turtle, how you doing? Jub, Christmas, how you guys? Oh, Jub, the last couple of episodes have been so awesome for Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, the last one where we battled Ketheric Thorm and that whole battle and everything, it was super sweet. I think we played it really well. We basically crushed him. It wasn't that close actually. It was really nice. There were a couple spots, sticky spots there during the fight, but Bruno, how you doing? But it ended up turning out okay. Yeah, we are recording for YouTube, so I am ignoring you guys a little bit. Sorry about that, but let me... my opponent has played Gix here and now is... I mean, well, they played Gix last turn. They killed my guy this turn, my Tidebinder. Now they're not sure what to do. They go to combat. Attacks.
Finish him!
I'm trying, Bruno. So should I Tidebinder block... I think I'm going to let it hit me. Oh. We're on blocks here. Priorities on my opponent. Then it comes back to me. I'll take it. Okay. So I don't have to actually kill Gix anymore. He's just a hill giant now. So if I flashed in the Tidebinder to block and they had another removal spell, they would get a free card here. They're definitely not getting a card now, and with enough life, the 20 life, it doesn't matter to me that I'm taking 3 damage. I would rather stop them from getting a card, then force them to use a removal spell. That almost feels like a 2-for-1 Tishana's Tidebinder there, right? But we'll see. No more words on cards for you. All this suspense almost made me believe he was going to use ninjutsu. Yeah, who knows? Playing these events, okay, well, it's a tapped land, but it's a land. I'll take it. Go. Still have a counter spell up. My third 3 steps, which I'd rather save here. My last counter spell, a hard counter like this, I really do want to save it for something that is going to be very tough to interact with here, like Phyrexian Arena. What? They kept in Path of Peril against the control deck. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So the Tidebinder got a 2-for-1 there, basically. Are they trying to bait my counter magic? Maybe that's what's going on. Either way, we have 4 lands. Now we have Memory Deluge, so this game's over, basically. Sure. Not even gonna cut it down. You go nuts. Scoop, probably, when they see my hand. Because you know if somebody's mana screwed, then every spell in their hand, every card in their hand is a spell, not a land. So you know they're just full of gas. If they find lands, they're probably going to win the game. Whoever's mana screwed wins the game usually if they do draw out of it, right? They're probably taking cut down there, but okay. Sure. I'm not cutting down either way because I want to use all my mana and deluge here. I like lands, and I like Tidebinders. Okay. I think we can pass to them. No rush on that Emperor. I can cast it any time. This way, if they go to... They know I have cut down. They can't just activate Fortress. Not like they have the mana to do it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna let them take whatever here. They take my counter spell. Yeah. Now what? That is weird. Okay. I can cut down the bat at any point, get my counterspell back, and counter whatever they play here. I don't understand my opponent's reasoning here. I can take one. Not going to fight over this. Not going to activate Anchorage to block. They're just baiting me. They want to kill my Anchorage with a removal spell. So let's just Deluge again. Yeah, No More Lies is probably still good here. They have, yeah, it's just, they can't beat this. Bat scoop. All right. We're 1-1 after losing in round 1 randomly. I was really hoping to just go undefeated here. I feel like our deck is great, but the random rogue decks playing all the 2-ofs got us. However, we're here for vengeance. I will see you in the next round. Welcome back to the next round, everybody. Here we are for round number 3. We are 1-1 in this event. Trying to showcase a little bit of what Esper Control can do here, but it's hard. Like, this deck really is geared to beat the other tier 1 decks, so we haven't played a tier 1 deck yet. Let's see if we can find a worthy adversary here. Ah, Domain. This should be a buy. Yes. Hello, friend. Domain has been a really easy matchup for this deck so far. I don't think I've lost to it once yet on the ladder, but it depends. Like, there's versions of Domain that play all kinds of weird stuff now. The version that has all the life gain and stuff did not feel particularly powerful against us. I think maybe the regular version is probably better against us, but yeah, you can migrate away. See if they play into my No More Lies. They don't really have a choice here. They have to kind of play into No More Lies, so they're going to jam Topiaries. Oh, they don't have another green. Ah, it's that deck. Okay. So it is the deck that's maybe playing a bunch of this and Lightning Helix and what is it called? The Explosion? Something ill-timed explosion, that kind of stuff. We'll see. Yeah, I would like to find some counter magic here. That's probably the most important aspect of our deck against the big swingy creature deck. Yeah, for reasons like this. Sure. I have to discard if I do this. Just go to our turn. Emperor. Pass. Yeah, Deluge means I have to discard here. I do want to get some stuff in the yard. So that I can cover up and strip all the angels out of their deck. That would be great. But this angel is going to get exiled, I think. They can Leyline Binding my Emperor. That's fine. I have Farewell in the main deck here, too. Farewell is an absolute haymaker against them, just exiling all their Leylines and everything. But, sure. That angel goes to the graveyard and will get swept up, because now they're going to put they're going to put 4. Now we have full evidence. So let's do this. Take all your angels. I could take all their herd migrations too, but take the rest of their angels. Oh, yeah. Ill-timed, as predicted. Lightning Helix, all that stuff. So ill-timed, 3 Atraxas, 3 Sunfalls. Yeah, so the rest of their deck is pretty bad against us. It's only Angel and Atraxa and herd migration that matter. The next cover-up, I can eat that herd migration that's in the yard, but might as well let them herd migrate first, then Wrath. So did they top deck a land here? Let's see. Nope, they're drawing. Yeah, the life gain is irrelevant. We're going to beat them by decking them here. Or they just scoop on 30 life because they know they can't win. Either way. Okay, so we have 5 evidence in the yard. They toss the migration. Interesting. I thought they might save that to play out there, but we'll see. Yeah, Mengucci. Well, Mengucci got the list from Samuel Estradi, another Italian pro. Estradi was working on it, but the original list looked like a mess. It looked like it was playing 61 cards. It was, yeah, it did not look very tuned. And then Mengucci took that, did well with it. Now people have been working on it. It's better in a format where you're expecting a lot of aggro. If you're expecting a lot of aggressive decks, Boros and Mono Red and that kind of stuff, this deck is excellent. This deck gains so much life. It feels like you're, built in Yeesh, not amazing. Okay. This deck feels like it's got, or that deck feels like it's got just this built-in life gain engine that aggro can never beat. Feels really good against aggro, because aggro is one of Domain's worst matchups, so. But the thing is, aggro's on the downswing. Like, Boros Convoke is not as great as it used to be. Okay. Jeez. So I could cover this up. Oh, would I have to exile? Oh, I would have to exile my Deluge. Let's see here. I could Deluge for a temp lockdown and then save the deadly cover up for the Atraxa here. If I Deluge and find untapped land plus temporary lockdown in the top 4, that's better. But I think I just have to do this. And I am going to exile both of these. I have more Deluges, so I don't really care. Take Herd Migration out of their deck. Yep. Take the last one. Okay, and they can have their Atraxa here, that's fine. Catch up to us. And then we'll Deluge to pull ahead. Yep, there's not really anything else left in their deck that they can beat us with. They have to kill us with the 2 Atraxas that are left in their deck, or this one that's in play. It's going to be a tall order, but let's see if they can do it. Our spot removal is not great here. Yep, they find another Atraxa. They only draw 3 cards. A bunch of their stuff is gone. Sure. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It was the next card? I could have actually just won the game there. If I had Memory Deluged into Lockdown last turn, then they go Atraxa, and now I play Deadly Cover-Up, steal their Atraxas, that's literally the game. They can't, there's no more win conditions in their deck, right? Jeez, that is kind of ridiculous. Okay. Sure. Played my land already. Let's pass. Take a hit from Atraxa here. The life total, again, doesn't really matter. Jace is our win con here. Yep, does not matter. They've got 2 Lightning Helixes in their deck, I think. Something like that. Deduce. So I've got to watch out for a couple burn spells here, but that's it. Alright. 3 steps. Okay, let's pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeez, just need to find one of my answers for Atraxa here. I've got Go for the Throat. I've got another Deadly Cover-Up. I've got Farewell. I guess Wandering Emperor doesn't do it. Yeah. So a couple 3 outs, I think. But I'm looking at a lot of cards here. They cycle. Sure. This is on my end step. Man, looking for that lockdown would have been super sweet there if had I done it, but let's do this. Okay. Let's see here. Could draw 1 more card, then I can't do anything else. I think I'd rather just Deluge again. So we'll take another hit here. And then let's see if we can Deluge on their end step 1 more time here. Yep, still doesn't matter. Ooh, nice. That's going to accelerate us decking them. The extra cards aren't going to help them here because they don't have any more win conditions. They only have 2 Atraxas in their deck. Or, sorry, 1? Did they... Oh, no, this is still the first one. I thought they put another one... Oh, yeah, they have 1 in their hand. So they have one left in the deck, yeah. Okay. Healy with 3 Helix? They don't play 3 Helix. I haven't seen a list with 3 Helix yet, but who knows? Maybe, maybe. I think that's very unlikely. But they play 2 at the most, and many of them are even cutting them altogether. I've seen lists that don't play any anymore. The original list played 2, I believe. So, yeah, I'll take these. And I can just go creatures, enchantments. Boop. And then I've got go for the throat for the next Atraxa here. And I can discard, cut down temporary lockdown. Oh, I guess I should have named artifacts, but yeah, who cares? It's, these things don't matter. The life is irrelevant here. It doesn't really matter anymore. Discard 2 cards. Temp lockdown, because they don't have herd migrations anymore. And cut down. You get to resolve your Atraxa, though. That's pretty good. I don't know what you could possibly find to win you the game, though. I took all their herd migrations and their angels out, so they've got 1 Atraxa left. They helix me. Okay. That's 1 helix. Let's see if they can do it. I've got Wandering Emperor here as well. I can always activate my own creature land and kill them with that. And kill it. I mean, kill the creature land and gain life. Also, I've got hard counters here. So, I'm not going to counter the first helix. We'll counter the last helix if they have it. Oh. Are they playing 3? Oh, wow. Very bizarre here. No decks play 3, but here we go. Maybe they play 4. Who knows? Is that it? Scoop? No scoop? Okay. Wow, I was wrong. This is the first list I've ever seen play 3. That is bizarre. The original list plays 2. And the other players I've talked to, we've all kind of said, yeah, I think Lightning Helix is like the weakest card and I want to cut it. But this person did the opposite. I'm going to pass. So remember, you can always get tricky with Emperor. Like, I can tap my own Reef to make mana to activate itself, make it a creature. It'll become a tapped creature. I can flash in Emperor, kill it, you know? Yep, keep gaining life. Keep praying. Maybe I can beat you when you have triple-digit life. Let's see if we can make that happen. They're going to get a bunch more stuff. Yeah. None of that matters. I've got to go for the throat for Atraxa here. I'm going to flash in Wandering Emperor now because they're going to try and leyline it now, and I can no more lies it. But we'll see. Oh, sorry. I can play Wandering Emperor. They're going to leyline, and then I no more lies. I might need to leave Wandering Emperor just to save me from a 4th Helix. I haven't seen any decks play 4, but I don't know. Am I going to play around a 4th Helix? Maybe. Our buy is coming at our neck. Our buy. Oh, the domain deck? Yeah. No, this is not. It was never in any doubt, this match. Okay. They would have to be playing some off-the-wall version with, like, main deck negates or something to interfere with us. Otherwise, those deadly cover-ups wreck them. They had very good draws this game. They had the Angels into the Herd Migration into Atraxa. You can't exile your own thing, bud. What do they think they're doing here? Oops, yeah. I can crack that. Okay. Yeah. Leyline is opponent controls only. Could flash an Emperor, but that's silly. And blockdown doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna rather just play my land here. Okay, we passed the turn. They've got their last Atraxa in hand. Wait, yeah. 1 in exile, 1 in their graveyard, and 1 in their hand. The last Atraxa, how am I gonna beat that? Gonna have to deluge for the final deadly cover-up here. Jace to win the game would also be nice. I have Otawara still in my deck, so if I find Jace plus Otawara, we just win the game on the spot. They play Atraxa. Shocker. Yes, you may have all the life. Let's see if they can get to 100 before I kill them. 25 cards? Yeah, so Jace into Otawara should be GG's, I think. Can't do it all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Ooh, close. I can almost do Jace, Otawara, Jace. I just need to find 1 land. Yep, you can pull more cards off the top. None of them do anything, I'm pretty sure. Whoop. Yeah. Bindings, explosions, and a cornucopia. It's so funny because I'm at 2 life. I've been at 2 life for so many turns. They must feel like, oh, I can do it. But no. Like, look at the cards in your deck. Can you actually do it? I think they're basically relying on this Atraxa. If I kill this, that's it. They're going to scoop. I don't think they have another threat in their deck. But we'll see, I guess. Who knows? Maybe they could have a one of Nissa or something. That card is not seeing play in these versions usually, but again, you never know. But yeah. But yeah, close. They almost got there. But usually it's not a very difficult match to win. This is only game 1, remember. This isn't the match, but... we're going to look at infinite cards here. Yeah. What do you got? There's Jazzy J. I'm going to take a land here, and I'm looking for Otawara. No Otawara. Anchorage, not bad. Oh, shit. Let me see here. 3... 4. I can only gain 2 and go to 4 exactly? Oh, that's so annoying. I mill 4, put them to 17. By the way, thank you for the follow, XFICO.
Welcome to the squadron, XFICO.
I needed to find the deadly cover up there. So how do I do this? I can go... They have 21 cards, so I can... Oh, so close. 4 off the Reef, and then 15 off Jace leaves them with 2 cards. Huh. I think I have to just find the stupid deadly cover up here. We should be able to find it. And then I have untapped land, and we're just going to blast this Atraxa. We're looking at so many cards. The bottom, like, 15 cards in our deck. Oh, no. And I didn't find it, so I'm dead. Wow, we end up losing. Because I guess deadly cover-up's right on the bottom of our deck. I've seen the bottom, like, 15 cards of the deck, so there's probably only, like, about 6 or 7 cards in my deck that I haven't looked at yet. And that's going to do it, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's unlucky, but what are you gonna do? So I have 5 mana. I'm trying to think. I can, because I could have played Jace, shrank this to 4 power, and then sacked something to Emperor, one of my creature lands, to gain 2 life, but that's exactly 4. So I can't. Jeez, we have to get very unlucky, but my opponent's lucks out of this. We don't actually find our final removal spell to kill their final Atraxa, even though we looked at, like, 2/3 of our deck here. Is there any other way? I don't see any other way, right? Okay, we pass. Pay the 2 life for Jace and just slam Jace. Yeah, I could have done that. Sure. Discard all these. Damn. That's how it goes. Like I said, the only games I feel like I'm losing with Esper is just getting kind of unlucky on the draws and not finding, like, you know, looking at the top 15 and not finding the card in our 30-card deck. GG. Unlucky? What are you going to do? Still feel like it's a buy. Watch this. We bring in Seed Sharks, Outrageous Robbery. The other thing I was doing... Oh yeah, Get Lost, Destroy Evil. So Cut Downs come out. I was tempted to bring in a Duress or a Negate. Cut Down and Temp Lockdown come out. What was the other? And Long Goodbye comes out. Go for the Throat, still fine. I was cutting... what was I cutting? I thought I was cutting 1 more card for, like, a Duress. But I'll keep it like this. No More Lies, not the most amazing, but I think it's still good in the early game to keep them off of their big stuff. Their ramp, like ramping, like, you know, with the cornucopia and everything. I'm gonna keep it like this. Yeah, goodbyes, cut downs, and temp lockdowns are the easy cuts. Negate and Duress have some things they can hit, but they're not that amazing. Like, Herd Migration's too slow, and we usually strip it from their deck. We have sweepers to deal with that. There's not much else you're negating. Like, again, they don't play Nissa anymore. I don't know. I think this is the way to sideboard. Demo Field and Shuffle. Yeah, I could have played I had Field of Ruin there, but I don't know how that helps us. I'm dead. Lagging. It's probably you. You got to refresh the stream. Let me see if I've got anything else running. Oh, I do have one thing running that shouldn't be. So you know what? Maybe that was. Oh wow, that's crazy. Okay, it could have been me. Refresh the stream and try. But it's 99% of the time. It's always on your end. It's the stupid Twitch client is garbage. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing really running that shouldn't be running. Do I keep a 2-lander? Jeez. I can't keep this. Rough. Not great draws. 28 land deck here. It's like almost the same hand, except I don't have Farewell at least. I mean, an early Jace can, you know, cycle itself. This draws cards, but I need a 3rd land. I don't have any white for the double white card here. Is this better than 5 cards? What do I put on the bottom here? I put Emperor on the bottom. I'm gonna try this. I think we have to try this. Rough though. Rough draws. Tommy, how you doing? Twitch is garbage. Yeah, it's almost certainly Twitch, right? Every time people have issues, I tell them to refresh the stream. They're like, "Oh yeah, that fixed it." Wow, nice. Not only a land, like it comes in tapped, which is unfortunate, but it's a land that also produces white. That is clutch. Now, one more land, please. 47% to hit a land here. Thank you. I pass. I'm going to draw cards too. Okay. I don't want to take my basics. Should I take another No More Lies? Oof. Or should I take a land? The basics are rough because I want to fetch at least one with field. They don't play a land destruction. Maybe I should just keep 2 land here. I'm going to keep 2 land, I think. I don't know. We'll see. My opponent's not doing much. Could have played untapped land to have 3 steps kicked up, but with No More Lies, I'd rather use the No More Lies first here, I think. Nowhere near casting Jace yet. Not a chance. Sure. They're cycling, so I don't know what they're sitting on. A bunch of Leyline bindings. They've got Cavern on Angel already. So. Hashire, what's up? Ashira. I keep adding the E from elements in there.
You're amazing.
Stone Brain. This is going to be hilarious. Sure. Spend your whole turn. I'll Tidebinder that. Stone Brain's not a good card. Yeah. Attack you. Nice. Yeah. Thanks. It's very commonly played card, so yeah, you probably shouldn't be playing the Stone Brain right now. I think there's probably better options. But deck, very nice deck I'm using. Thank you, Hashira. Hashira, you're a legend. Thank you for the sub. You're awesome, dude. Stick around. We're going to be playing some Hades 2 later today. And a rip. A rip. Because I'm playing Memory Deluge? I don't know. Do I even bother countering this? Again, I don't feel like I should. I don't know. Should I 3 steps kicked? I think No More Lies is getting dead, so let's just use No More Lies here. But that's bizarre. That doesn't even really hurt me. Like, I'm tempted to just let it resolve. Oh, are they gonna fight over it? Oh, I thought maybe they had a negate or something there. Jeez. Okay. Now what? I want them to leyline this Tidebinder. Then I'm gonna play Jace. They might have another leyline, but them leylining Jace is very risky. Oh, they left in Lightning Helix. Okay. So Tidebinder trades for 2 cards. I'm fine with that, I guess. Nothing to strip, so I'm gonna save that cover up. Maybe I do just jam Jace here. I've got Tidebinder and 3 steps up. Let's just play full loyalty Jace. And I'm gonna mill them, I think. Yeah. The only way they could beat Jace is Leyline Binding. And if they Leyline Binding Jace and I find my Get Lost or Farewell or Destroy Evil, then that's devastating, right, for them. So I mill Angel, I mill Atraxa, I can just take whichever one I want here with a Deadly Cover-Up. There's the Binding. Yep. So I could Tidebind this, but I kind of want the Jace to get eaten here. We'll get Jace back soon enough. Otawara also does it. Like, any way I can get rid of Binding here. The only way they can kill him, I guess, is Angel as well would have done it, but they couldn't kick Angel here. Ooh, they're digging for a land. Should I Tidebind this? It's pretty nasty. So tempted to Tidebind this right now. Should I Tidebind? I mean, their mana's screwed, right? I should do this. I don't know. Because you save that, and then I can just strip their Atraxas or whatever. I can strip their Angels out of their deck right now if I want. I don't know if I needed to do that, but I do know that their mana's screwed, so I almost certainly should, right? Here we've got Deluge on end step if they don't make me counter something. But yeah, that kind of sideboard, like Rest in Peace and stuff, like as the control player, I'm telling you, it doesn't do much against me. Even Stonebrain, like that's not what those cards are for. Yeah, Lightning Helix, sure. So Tidebinder trading for 2 cards again. Yep. Let's see if they counter this. They might. I think they have Negate in their hand. Yep. We thought they had it a couple turns ago, so we get the Negate out of their hand. Now I can just strip Atraxa. Wow. Or I could do that. That's really good. If I draw a Binding, I can almost just win the game. I think I am going to do that now, especially after they demonstrated they're playing counter magic. Let's take this opportunity right now. Oh boy. Oh, that's terrible. Dear God. Okay, let's get Jetmir's into play. That'll get me actually a little bit better domain there, so this actually does something next turn. They probably sided Sunfall out, so I guess Herd Migration is probably going to give them the business here, but we'll see. That was not a great robbery. We robbed them, and apparently there was nothing in the safe but hot garbage. Stonebrain number 2, this card. So am I going to Stonebrain them and takes their Atraxas, I guess? Yeah, that gives me full domain. I have the other 2 covered, right? Oh. Well, I have Island, but I don't have Swamp. It's not full domain, right? Yeah. But this makes it full domain. Okay. Beasts! Beasts with full domain. Did they leave Sunfall? They left Lightning Helix in their deck, which makes no sense to me, so ill-timed, okay? They're gonna have to discard some stuff. Well, ill-timed is at least a draw spell, so that makes sense. But Lightning Helix to shoot a Wandering Emperor? Or, like, what are you actually killing with this? A Tidebinder after it's already wrecked you? Like, you know, if I Tidebinder and Atraxa or something and they kill it, like, I don't even care, right? Okay, okay. I'm gonna leave that last island in hiding there just to mess with our opponent, just to make them think that we might have like something crazy here. Show me your hand. It's just Atraxa, right? Yoink, yoink. Oh, is that your hand? Oh no. Oh, that's GG. I'm not even looking at their deck. I don't care. They have another negate in there, I see. You're up. Play an angel so I can sweep and strip your angels. That would be great. All right. Here it comes. Rip! Deal. Oh, I guess I can't cover up then? Oh, okay. So you okay, that's fair. Rip stops me from deadly covering up. That does a little bit more then than I expected, but I don't think it's a big deal. I hope it's not a big deal. I don't know. Maybe somehow we can still lose this game. Any Destroy Evil or something. I mean, they have 14 cards in their library. Yeah, any Destroy Evil or anything like that, and we can get our Jace back, and this is over. So yeah, they can hit us. It does not matter. Let's Deluge. Farewell works. Doesn't matter what else we take. They give us the good game. Sure. Yes. Okay. Game 3. My opponent's got a lot of stinkers. A lot of stinkers against us. Stone Brains and Rest in Peace and stuff. The negates are good. Frillback? Again, Graveyard Hate does not matter to the control deck. Like, Memory Deluge, yeah, but we're still drawing 2 cards off it. It's not like you're stopping us from deluging. I don't know. They left in Lightning Helix. Maybe they're trying to burn us out. Maybe that's how they did it the last game. They almost killed us with Lightning Helix, so they're just like, I can beat them with that. I don't know. So I could ditch No More Lies. I could bring in something like Negate or Duress for the later game stuff, for their negates and that stuff. But the Stone Brains, the Rest in Pieces, I don't care. It's just the negates that I care about. So I don't think I'm still not going to bring in Duress and all that. I'll just leave in No More Lies and let's run it back. Let's see. Rafine's Tower's full domain. Yeah, you're right. After I played the tower. Anyway, that was hilarious. So they leave in the explosion. So yeah, I guess Herd Migration still gets hosed by an explosion or something. But I know they took out their Sunfalls. Outrageous Robbery is great. Plus Outrageous Robbery just milled them for 5 and put them within range of Jace. So scary when you're the domain player and you've got Jace under a ley line and you're just praying. You're like, please let them not deal with this ley line or I lose the game. You have like 20 cards in your deck. You're like, oh my god. Any way they have to deal with ley line and I'm just dead. Like that's the kind of spot they're in when the Jace is under a ley line and they have to do that, you know. They can't just leave the Jace in play and they have no other cards that interact with it except, well, this deck actually has Lightning Helix as well. They could be burning the Jaces. Which is, you know, makes me probably want to just sandbag Jace right to the end and then just slam it, mill 5, get it over with, right? Anyway, let's see what happens. They get the play here. Yeah, they got stuck on mana, but we exacerbated that by, you know, stifling their Herd Migration trigger and all that stuff. I think I can keep this. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we have 2 Jace in the deck now. So I could run this out early, although I tend to sandbag it. Later on, it's more susceptible to negate, but then we'll have, you know, our own counter magic to fight over that, maybe. Not sure. Stone Brain. Sure. I wonder what they're going to Stone Brain here. Let's see. Is it Jace? Could be Jace. Could be Memory Deluge. Is that how they think they're going to beat me? It's not going to be Deduce, so I don't need to play this. Let's see what they take here. Sometimes Stone Brain does something. A lot of times it does nothing. You know, I've beaten opponents who have Stone Brained me multiple times and it doesn't matter. They take Jace. That's how scared they are of Jace. Okay. I can beat you without Jace, I think, but sure. Outrageous Robbery then. This is kind of the whole point. You know, there's always another win condition. The only decks that Stone Brain is relevant against are the all-in decks where they have literally just one win condition, like a combo deck or like Analyst. Analyst is kind of like a combo control deck, right? The Teamer Analyst deck, you strip their World Souls and stuff in game 1, and yeah, they're in trouble. But that's why they don't. They have multiple win conditions in game 2 and 3. They sideboard in their other stuff, and then that doesn't work anymore, right? Okay, pass. Finding a Tidebinder is a nice one. They don't know about that. So they take our Jaces, sure. They spent a card and 4 mana to deal with nothing in our hand. Nothing on the board. They didn't affect the actual game in any way. That's the weird thing that people don't realize. Like when you take a card out of somebody's deck that hasn't... Yeah, sure, I guess. I think you should probably be trying to ramp, right? Isn't that what your deck does? They're just missing land drops because they played Stonebrain and Rest in Peace here instead of cycling Herd Migration or doing something else, you know, relevant here. Go. I can toss some stuff. Sure. Maybe I didn't need to draw off the clue there. That was kind of dumb. I would like to Seed Shark, but this is going to be an Emperor on end step. See if they can mess with Emperor here. Yep. Rest in peace in this matchup. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold Jace till the Archangels, yeah. Big brain time, Torf, yeah. Yeah, it's just not worth it. I mean, you are taking cards from their deck. Those cards have not entered play yet. Your opponent has not spent any mana on them. They don't have them in there. They didn't waste a draw step pulling one off the top. You're taking those cards from in their deck. You might as well be pulling them from a separate universe and then putting them in a different universe and going, you can't use these things that you never had access to anyway. You know, like it's the only time. Sure, double down. And they look how many of these cards they side in. They haven't had a play yet other than this stuff, and that's it. So I get to start doing stuff here. This is kind of exemplifying what I'm talking about with cards like that. That effect, that Stonebrain effect, has to be so backbreaking that you're gonna win the game with it no matter what. Like, or you're like, it's gonna take the opponent's deck from like however many % to win to like almost 0. Like you have to just smash them, right? And by taking the World Souls Rage out of that teamer deck in game 1, that is what you're doing. You are smashing them. It reduces them to just like one. Maybe they have a main deck doppelgang. Other than that, they can't beat you. But that deck is like a very niche, narrow kind of deck. You know, there's not many. All the other mid-range decks, all the aggro decks, the control decks, people seem to think that kind of effect is good against control. I think it's because they lose to a specific card in control, so they think, oh, if I can just take that one card, yeah, like what are you gonna take here? Probably Memory Deluge, right? Yeah, it's not gonna be Seed Shark, and this is what I'm gonna kill you with. Or Tidebinder. They've looked at our deck, so maybe they'll name Outrageous Robbery? They're just worried about decking or something. I don't know. Meanwhile, I'm beating them down here badly. They're gonna take 5 this turn. I've got Tidebinder. I can play Shark, leave up Tidebinder. What are they naming? They don't even know what they're naming. They're thinking. Like, before you play a card like this, you have to know exactly what you're bringing it in for before you even put it in your deck. So when you cast it, you shouldn't already know what you're going to name here. Otherwise, this is what I mean. You're not doing the thing, you know? Oh, they're going to name the other Jace? No, they already named Jace. They took our Jaces with the first one. And this second one is maybe naming... I mean, Memory Deluge is tempting. That's the only card that might matter. 3 steps ahead. Sure. Card that I haven't drawn yet. Irrelevant. You have Cavern of Souls. Like, why does that card matter? Okay, so I could flash in Tidebinder on end step here. Plus. So that's 8 damage. Put them to 10. It's kind of rough if they have a sweeper, though. I think I'm going to chill. I'm not going to go crazy with the Seed Sharks here. Or the Tidebinders and all that. Seed Shark. That'll be our next wave of creatures here. This is already a fast enough clock, I think. Okay, pass the turn. Probably going to cycle this Rafine's Tower on end step. Tidebinder up to stop any shenanigans. Angel or something maybe to kill my Emperor. We'll see. Bring Angel down to Earth. And then we're threatening basically lethal. They have to sweep either this turn or next turn. Otherwise, they're probably dead. They know my hand. Yeah. Double Rest in Peace, double Stonebrain. If you draw that many sideboard cards in a matchup post-board, you should win the game, because those sideboard cards should be your best cards in the matchup, right? I know in my decks, when I bring in sideboard cards against, you know, I bring in those temporary lockdowns against aggro, yeah, like I want to, if I draw 2 of those, they're done, you know? If I draw those knockout blows against mono red, they're done. Like, that's it. Oh, okay. Sure. Gaining some life. Cycle this. Kind of surprised they didn't take my Memory Deluges out of the deck, but... Ooh. Okay. Pass? I think they're saving their ill-timed explosion for when I play Seed Shark here. But there's no need to do that. We'll draw another Emperor at some point. Oh, the trigger from ill-timed. Oh, that's right. Ill-timed doesn't sweep. It triggers based on whether or not you discard cards, so you can respond to the trigger. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I've not had that come up once yet in all the games I've played, so I will, I'll think about that for sure. I mean, ill-timed I don't see very often. I never see Teamer Fireballs anymore on the ladder. It's really crazy. I don't know why. It's an awesome, awesome deck. Yeah, this is 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're dead. You die now. So just do the math here. They're at 11. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My turn. Bye, Angel. Bye, opponent. Nice sideboard cards, though. GG. And that's why today's lesson was brought to you by the letter S for Stone Brain. Don't play it, kids. I will see you in the next round. Welcome back, everybody, for the next round. Here we are in number 4. We are 2-1. I'm going to keep this. We've got good early interaction. Got our colors here. Sure. Playing against blue-white control, perhaps. Could be Esper mid-range. Pretty sure it's blue-white control at this point. Go. Ooh, no deduce. I like that. Now, this match is, when you play these really grindy matchups, it's going to come down to time a lot of times. Let's pass. I don't think I'm going to draw here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to discard. I'm on the draw. Pass. The control mirror is all down to land drops. Oh yeah, catching a memory deluge there is huge. And whoever stops making land drops first loses. No, I'm gonna untap. This represents another No More Lies, so my opponent hopefully puts us on a second No More Lies here. Let's draw a card now and see what we find. Dead card. Okay. They get the deluge, so be it. Okay. Field of Ruin, very important here. The lands are all that matters in this matchup. The Mirex, the creature lands, how many Field of Ruins each of us draws, all that kind of stuff. So I'm sandbagging this field as long as possible here. Let's pass. If they tap mana again, I'm definitely deluging in response. Like if they go for Emperor here, they don't. Ooh. Oh, they keep ripping lands. Shit. And they have a field. I don't want to play deluge into a No More Lies here. Nice. Pass. Need to keep making those land drops. Okay. Now I'm definitely going to find, if I can... Shit. Find a No More Lies? Oh, come on. Oh, that's really bad. 4 lands off the top. Shit. Four lands. Deadly. Okay, toss the lockdown. Okay. I mean, lands are good, but now we're in the stage where we've got the lands already, we're into the late game now. More lands is still good, but I needed to find at least one spell there. That was not ideal. They gonna... Yeah, I was going to say, no way they're going to swing with a creature land here. I've got the creature lands covered, which is nice. I'm never using my Field of Ruin on their creature land. I need to save this for a Mirex. It's the only thing I can interact with here. They toss a Sunfall. Ooh, that'll be useful. So do I sandbag the Anchorage here? They're going to pop Field, right? Pass. Pretty lucky. Looks like their deluge found more deluges, but this is the 3rd deluge now. They're almost out. I've only used 1. Yeah, multiple fields. It's gonna be tough. I just need to save this for their Mirex. That's what matters here. Their Restless Anchorages are not good enough. Could flashback deluge, but I don't think I'm gonna be resolving that, so let's just pass. They discard Destroy Evil in the main deck. Interesting. Pass. Control decks. This is a control mirror. It's just going to be draw, go, pass. Draw, land, pass. Draw, land, pass. Sure. Only 1 deluge left. I presume they're going to find it off this. They've looked at a lot of cards here, but they're going to have to start actually playing things. They're out of card draw basically at this point. Just some deduces and some 3-steps. I have way more in my deck than them, which is good. Yeah, they're discarding again. They keep drawing cards, and then they just have to discard down to the same as me. They're not pulling ahead here. They're just filtering. So they're filtering out their draws. Destroy Evil in the main deck's a really weird one. I haven't seen that in any lists for a long time. Pass. Well, we're playing 28 land. That does give us a nice little edge in the control mirror here, but I don't care about that. Tidebinder being awesome here. They have 3 mana left. I guess that's fine, but sure. Counter my Tidebinder trigger. Okay. You got me. Okay. I think that's fine still. So they get a Wandering Emperor, so be it. Sure. No blocks. Let's play this over Long Goodbye, just because Long Goodbye is uncounterable. It'll be better later to hit those creature lands when my opponent has 3 steps ahead and all this kind of shit. Now I'm threatening to kill Emperor with my Tidebinder here, because they plus to Emperor, right? So do they fight over this? They might 3 steps ahead to try and fight over this, because they know if they don't fight over this and the Samurai dies, yeah, there's 3 steps ahead. So that resolves no matter what. So let's let that resolve. Oh, what? I should have read it. They copied. Oh, I fucked up. I'm an idiot. Oops, I just had to kill the stupid token. I thought they were going to draw cards. They copied? Oh, I'm going too fast. I should have read what modes they chose. Shit. That sucks. I have to do this now. And they don't have enough mana to march. Oh, they do have enough mana to march my Tidebinder, actually. Yeah, let's see if we can kill this Wandering Emperor here. Oops. Well, that was a big screw up. I basically had to 2-for-1 myself when I could have just left one of those Long Goodbyes still in my hand and just used 1 to kill essentially both those creatures. Whoops. I mean, did you expect them to copy a creature? That made no sense. I think they should have still just drawn cards. Yeah, they march. So now I can Deluge in response. Let's see if we can find an answer to this. We can. I like that. Now I can't kick 3 steps. So I think I'll just do this. I want that Emperor off the battlefield. Okay. Land go. Okay, I'm tapped out. Do your worst. Sure. Now we beat each other up. Still saving this field for their Mirex. I could cover up Strip Emperor. I don't think I need to do that though, right? Let's swing. Really? I think that's good for me, right? I mean, I can flash an Emperor and try and mess with them here, but I don't really care. Wow. Weird. They're counting my basics. They're trying to figure out if 3, 4. They're trying to figure out if I have any more basics left in my deck. Let's get another island here. And I'm gonna go Wandering Emperor right now. Is that crazy? Yeah, that's stupid. Okay, I'm gonna pass. They have too many creature lands still back up there. I can take 3. So they're gonna need multiple 3 steps ahead to stop me here. The first one I get to counter back, and then they can't No More Lies. Okay, nice. That resolves. Maybe they have a Get Lost or something for this. Whatever they have to deal with my Emperor, I can fight over it. Bounce the Tidebinder. Okay. I can pay for No More Lies here. So they have to have another 3 steps, like I said. See if they've got it. No, I'll pay for that. Oops. Did they not realize I could pay for that? Yeah, dude. I was paying attention. Not like you. Okay, so I know they have sweepers still in their deck, so I'm just going to pump this and swing. Farewell, not amazing here. They don't have any deluges. Let's cycle this. Let's see what we find. I might find our Jace here or something. Oh, another 3 steps was fantastic. Again, not playing this land, even though I haven't made a land drop. You know what? I should have just deadly covered up right there and just stripped Wandering Emperor from their deck, probably, right? I'm an idiot. Yep. Oh, wow. They're all in. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you get my Emperor here. They're attacking me! Oh, wow. Sure. Okay, they're desperately trying to beat me down. I don't know what's going on here, but... Sure. Land off the top. They're trying to pump their dudes. I've used a bunch of my spot removal. I still have 1 long goodbye in the deck. And I have 2 cut downs that kill one of those guys. 3 steps. This should be interesting. I'll play Field of Ruin here, now that they've done that. Am I plussing? Minusing makes me kind of a tempting target here. They have 3 steps ahead on top. So I can strip and shuffle that away. I think Deadly Cover-Up's definitely going to be the play here. So I guess I'll attack and then minus Emperor. So let's do this. It doesn't really matter what we exile. Okay, now what am I taking? I could take 3 steps here. But I think I'd rather just strip Wandering Emperors, right? Library. They have Farewell. Depop. Sunfall. Yeah, old version. Get Lost. No Jaces. Okay. Yeah, this is an old... This is like the list that Yuto was playing in the Pro Tour, I think, right? Hasn't changed? Okay, so they do have a Depop. Pass the turn. Just have to deal with that Restless Anchorage here. They should field my field before they activate Anchorage. Let's see if they do that. They do. So they're not going to get a land off their field, but I'm going to get a land off mine. They float. Sure. Okay. Me? Oh, they're still going for me. Look at this. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's correct, but I have a bunch of black removal in my deck. It's really all in. Yeah, Farewell's pretty bad here. They gonna keep it on top? No. Okay, I was gonna say that would be awesome for us if they keep it on top there. I'm gonna draw some cards because I don't care about countering anything in their hand. I want to just find an answer to this land or we might die, right? So, oh no. That's bad. Okay. Okay, Anchorage is good. Swing. Pass. See what happens here. Gotta counter this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This leaves me with 4 mana. Do I want to make a copy? They have Depop, right? No, hold up. I'm not going to copy my guy. That's a waste. I want to cast something big here. Like, I have 3 deluges in my deck. Just let me find a goddamn memory deluge. Oh my god. This is crazy. Yeah, like, they had 3 deluges already? I had 1. I just need to find 1 more, and we should be in good shape here. Any Emperor would be fantastic. Any, you know, I have Get Lost, or, Long Goodbye in my deck still as well. Tishana's Tidebinder wouldn't really do it. Yeah, so I have a couple outs here, but I need to find one now. I keep drawing lands. Unfortunate. Do have 28 lands, but that's why we're playing, like, you know, you're playing a lot of card draw. You should be able to plow through all those lands pretty quickly. They have too many cards for this to matter. Oh, no, but I can, yeah, I can block. Okay, so I can play Restless Reef and activate that as well. Oh boy. Yeah, this Restless Reef has to block. If it doesn't, we're in trouble. So if they have any March or whatever off the top. I really should play Jace here. They've got 14 and I've got 15 in my yard. Damn it. Should I turbo mill them here? Mill them for 15? Is it gonna come to... Or I could draw cards. Like I could -2 Jace here, draw some cards, or draw one card, and I might hit an answer to Anchorage. Or should I just turbo mill them? I know Jace probably isn't going to survive, but if they have a get lost, they're going to use it on my Anchorage and win the game, right? They're not going to use it on Jace. I'm going to draw with Jace here. I think this is the correct play. Riley, what's up? Thought on Esper Control versus Blue-White. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've talked about it at length. Yeah. No, oh, well, it's not Field. It has nothing to do with Field of Ruin. In fact, like, okay, so the reason you're playing this deck is Deadly Cover-Up. Full stop. That's it. That's why you're playing black. Otherwise, Blue-White Control is the best control deck in Standard. You saw Blue-Black Control getting a little bit better recently, and the only reason why is because... Huh. Okay, they're gonna double No More Lies me here? If I activate this, I can't. Wait. Yeah, I can still activate the Anchorage. But I can't cast whatever I draw now. So what should I do with Jace? Should I -4 their library, or should I just draw a card here? I feel like I should draw a card. Actually, I'm going to draw 3 cards now. Oh, I'm so close. They go to 19 cards. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Well, I lose to a March here. That's unfortunate, or get lost, or whatever. That's it. Field of Ruin. I just milled a Field of Ruin, though. Okay. Interesting. You think you would do that after? Well, I guess no. Then they would lose their creature land. They only have 2 mana, so it's got to be Get Lost or March here. Okay. See what they got. Blocks? Yeah, I presumed you had something like that. Unlucky. That's how it goes. Those no memory deluges killed us this game. If we had drawn just one more, I think we would have been fine, but it took too long to dig through our deck there. Oh, and I fucked up with the long goodbye, so that ended up losing me the game. That punt actually lost me the game. I could have still gotten out of it if I had drawn a little bit better, but I spent 2 long goodbyes when I could have only spent 1, and that cost me the game. That second long goodbye would have been used on that land, and we wouldn't have lost the game there. So, darn. Punting. Gotta play tighter. Duress, negate. I mean, I just... nobody ever clones with 3 steps, right? Ever. Like, it's in these control decks, it's almost so rare. I was not expecting to randomly clone there. Whoops. My bad. Quetzal's Flanker's interesting. Get Lost, eh... Long goodbye, no good. Oh. Negate stays in. I could bring in Get Lost. Temp Lockdown comes out. I think Farewell comes out. But Deadly Cover-Up's kind of interesting. Do I give a shit? No, I don't care. Let's bring in Quetzal's Flanker. I think Quetzal's Flanker should be good. Okay. Oh, and Outrageous Robbery. Yeah, there we go. That'll be our sideboard. Lots of sideboarded cards here for the control mirror. Sorry, Riley. So, yeah, I can explain if you want, but I should do it after these games. But basically, Black Blue got a little bit popular because of Teamer Fireballs. Everything's connected, right? Teamer Fireballs, Teamer Analyst, whatever, becomes very good. One of the best decks in Standard. One of the best ways to beat it is to strip their World Souls in game 1. Stonebrain sucks, but Wrath is good. When you're playing Deadly Cover-Up and your Wrath doubles as a stripping effect, that's really good. Really? No blue mana? Okay. Got a mulligan. Keep. Guess I'll do this. So blue-black control got popular because they were still a serviceable control deck. They're not as good as blue-white, but it's good enough. I don't need to play that now. And but you also get this just unbeatable game 1 against the Teamer Fireballs deck. So I guess this week people were, a couple of people did well on Magic Online on an online challenge with a deck that basically was Esper. It's blue-white, the blue-white shell, and then just jamming Deadly Cover-Ups into the deck. That's it. That's all the deck is. So it's good because you've got that blue-white control aspect, and then you've also got the really good game against like Domain and Teamer Fireballs. It just makes all those decks much easier to beat when you can strip their best cards, because those decks, they play tons of setup and very few payoffs. And those are the kind of decks where stripping that payoff can be devastating against them, right? Oof, lucky. Let's duress them. Turn 4 is a big turn in this matchup because they've got Deluge and Emperor. I want to duress them before turn 4. Save the duress until just before turn 4 so that, give them as many chances to draw those cards as possible. And then we take whatever we want here. Now, they could fight over this. I'll fight back. They can't win this fight, and they know that. So they just let it happen. Oh, they have Hullbreaker and Flanker. Nice to see a Flanker. Okay. They have 1 land. Do I care about this? No, I don't. Yep, they can have it. I can always Tidebinder block this thing. They scry at the top. It's a land. Oh, they didn't even have another blue source. Yeah, interesting. Oh, man. Well, I should 3 steps and draw cards here. I have to make a land drop. They can't counter this. So I think I am going to do this now. Ugly. Ugly, but what are you going to do? Yep. Let's toss... Get Lost kills Hullbreaker later in the game. Could toss a Tidebinder. Gonna toss a Tidebinder. All right. So, yeah, I think Esper Control is a great deck because you're taking the best of both worlds. Now, you're sacrificing consistency to do it, but one of the worst parts is you don't get to play Field of Ruin. I think Field of Ruin's incredible still, and decks are... It's not as good as it was because decks are playing more basics and stuff like that, but it's... Field of Ruin's still very good in a lot of matchups. Like, you can randomly hose people. Like, for Control... the control deck loses to things like creature lands and Mirex and all that stuff. Just having ways to make sure you don't lose to these like threats that your Wraths and your counter and your removal can't beat is awesome. Like, that feels ridiculous. Sure. So I could counter this draw, but then... I'm gonna pass here. I need to draw some cards off 3 steps. Need to find a window to resolve it. Sure. Mirex blanking cards. Yeah. Yeah, Field of Ruin's great, and that's one of the best parts of playing 2-color Control. You're very consistent, so you get to play these utility lands. This deck can't afford to play any of that stuff. Even 1 Field of Ruin is pushing it. That's basically why we're playing this many lands, right? Okay. Pass. I wonder if they flank, or if they Tishana's Tidebinder my flanker here. That'd be pretty funny. Sure. But yeah, I think I punted away that last game by not reading the 3 steps ahead when they put it on the stack. I was blabbing and I was just like, oh yeah, 3 counter draw, right? Because that's what people always do. That's I can't even remember doing the copy of a creature ever in this deck. In the blue-white artifacts deck, it's a different story. You're doing it all the time, but yeah, I'll scry. They're gonna Tidebinder the trigger. No? March. I could fight over this. Should I bother? They have 2 unknown cards in hand, so if I 3 steps here, I can hard counter, and then they could potentially counter back. I think I will. I think I am going to fight over this. See what happens. So they counter. Kutzel's flanker. Oh, no? Okay. Nice. Ooh, that is good. I will keep those. Block. Was combat. Nothing. See what they're working with. What you got? Would love to find a deluge. Gonna need to refill. They did have the counter. They didn't bother using it. No. Okay, one more land. Well, they can Hullbreaker here, but Get Lost wrecks it, so they have to be... Yeah, they have to have Hullbreaker plus another spell. Pass. Do it. Beautiful. Yeah, I know I can't counter it. But good night. Oof, the sideboarded Get Lost. Get Lost. Missing our land drops. Our opponent's pulling ahead on lands here. We've been missing our land drops for a few turns now. It's not good. They miss a land drop there. Ugh. Lotwar is great, but I have to play that as a land. Yikes. Nothing, just this Hullbreaker? Yeah, Hullbreaker's nothing. Hullbreaker doesn't matter. I will counter draw. Mess with that? Oh, they're gonna mess. Oh, get wrecked. Last card, no more lies on the deluge. That is nasty. Oh, yeah. Deduce, they're tapped out. Oh, that was on my turn. Oops, that was my end step, right? But getting 8 mana worth of cards out of them there, that was fantastic. Oh, yeah. I guess I'll do this now. It's top decked. Oh, Wandering Emperor, okay. Lucky draw. Pretty lucky draw. Ooh, that was a good draw too. I guess Seed Shark is a problem there. I think I'm still doing this. I know they can Tidebinder it, obviously. I think I'm gonna... am I gonna play a Ganjo? I think I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna sandbag a Ganjo here. They have Otawara as well. I need a deluge. Give me one goddamn deluge. I've cast 1 deluge this entire match. My opponent's cast 4. Come on, please. I think if I find one here, we're gonna win the game. Like, we're gonna pull so far ahead. Our chance of winning is like through the roof. But they rip a land. Nice. Go for it again. Yep. Another Emperor, pretty lucky. Okay. Sure. I can take 4, I think. Yep. Draw the cards. Not amazing. Gets the next Emperor there, but... Okay. Nice. They think they're gonna Emperor my Seed Shark here. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, that's not good though. This I will a Ganjo. Sure. Well, they're all in. Silly. Too many outs I could have here, dude. Okay. Now they can't tide bind, so I'm gonna get another token maybe off this Seed Shark. Let's see. Sure. Uh-huh. Oh, come on. Oh my god. The worst draws. I can't. I can't. I mean, I know I'm 47% hit a land here, but we were missing lands the early part of the game. Now I'm hitting all the lands. Not a single deluge. I needed to find card draw here. No card draw spells. Shitty. All right. 2-2. Is that our record? I will see you in the last round. Welcome back, everybody, for the last round. We are 2-2. Let's see if we can at least end on a positive record here. Losing a match to my mistake in the last round there. In game 1, I punted it away. Killed us. And then our other loss came from mulliganing to 5 in game 1. And then, yeah, I don't know what happened in game 2. Hey, B Hobbsy! How you doing, buddy? Oh, wait, no. I need to mute that. Oh, shit. I gotta mute that. Wait. Did that work? I hope that muted. Okay. We're recording for YouTube. Gotta wait for that to end. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Hobbsy, for the raid. I appreciate you. I can't. I'm recording for YouTube, so that little riff from, you know, the Nirvana song I have there, that will get me a copyright strike. So I have to mute that. Anyway, how you guys doing? Thank you for the raid. Shunsy, what's up? Superwalk. Florent Win. How you guys? How's he's recording? No. Yeah, it's okay. It's just for YouTube channel. What am I playing against? I'm not even paying attention here. Did my opponent play a tier 1 or a turn 1 Delver? Oops. I should have killed that on my turn. That was my bad. Sure. I didn't see what my opponent's playing. Anyway. No, it's all good. I have the chat up on the video, but it's just now I probably have to go in and mute that part or something. Okay, my turn. Sure, go. Card draw spell. They have a shore up in their hand that they revealed off the top. The perfect card for the Delver. Sure. Yeah, I should have just go for the throw to it on turn 2, but my bad. DMCA'd. Oh yeah, I've been banned from Twitch for 30 days. Not for DMCA shit, but believe me, I know how fickle these content creation platforms are. In fact, they're hot garbage. Hi YouTube. Your platform's fucking garbage. You know, people who use YouTube are like, come on, what do you mean? YouTube's great. I use it all the time. I watch all kinds of shit. Yeah, you're one of the people who makes money for them. I'm a content creator. I'm the one that costs them money. Being a content creator sucks on YouTube. You get bogus. I have bogus DMCA strikes for almost every video I put up. I'll use music from a license-free, copyright-free site, and I still get bogus claims. I appeal them. They pull out they call back their claim and they say, okay, you're right. We won't do it. You do own the rights, or this is open use, fair use, whatever. And then sure enough, the very next video I put up, the same company fake copyright strikes me again, and I have to go and like appeal it again. I have to do this multiple times a week. It's bullshit. It's ridiculous. How you doing, Colin? Oh, we've been recording for hours. Yeah, fuck YouTube. I can swear as much as I want. Go. Sorry, I don't know if Hobbsy's got an over 18 channel. I think you are, Hobbsy. So, for you kids in here, earmuffs. Cock. Balls. You didn't hear that, did you? Good. Keep those earmuffs on. How would they know to keep the earmuffs on, though, if they can't hear me? Die now. Filthy insectile aberration? This asshole, huh? Yeah, do it. No. Alright. You say caca. Army of Lawyers. Oh yeah, YouTube's it's a gong show with that stuff. Yeah, and the big content creators like, you know, Mr. Beast and these people who make millions for their platform, they get their shit taken care of immediately, right? Like YouTube's on it, but even some of the bigger channels have had to like appeal. They make a video, they say, this is what's happening right now. It's complete ridiculous garbage. the audio in my game, or the audio in my video on YouTube is from the game that I'm streaming, and I'm getting a copyright strike about the game music, and it's the actual in-game music of the game. Like, it's ridiculous. The copyright trolls and all that stuff, it's big business in like third world country, Indonesia and stuff. There's a bunch of these things, these claims from countries that are just, if you fight it, you can even see where they're located, right? Like if you fight back against this stuff, it's ridiculous. And as soon as I appeal it, they immediately drop their claim, only to immediately claim again the next video. It's a bot. It's like they have a bot just constantly trolling YouTube, like striking videos and stuff. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so I don't care about that aspect, but I would rather just avoid the whole thing and just, you know, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, pass. I'm gonna play untapped land here so I can 3 steps and kick it, draw 2 cards, and discard a card here. But we shall see. Anyway, hopefully you had a great stream, Hobbsy. Sorry I derailed it. You were playing some Magic. What were you getting up to? What kind of Magic? I couldn't mess with this. So here's the way I combat these kind of decks. They have a bunch of counter magic, and they have very few threats. The threats they are playing rely on them backing them up with a bunch of spells. So I think the best way to beat them is just focus on their threats, kill their threats, and the rest of the cards don't matter. Shore-ups and card draw spells and counter magic doesn't matter unless they have a threat in play, right? So I'm gonna 3 steps this. And I'm gonna leave up mana for Make Disappear / Spell Pierce. So the only thing that matters here is negate. They have to negate, they don't have a negate, so that goes down. Nice. Vintage Cube, ooh, and some chat guests are nice. I remember when I used to play a lot of the social games, like we still play Codenames, but have you ever played Gartic? Gartic's really good, or Gartic Phone? We used to play Gartic Phone as well. Okay, I presume they're gonna leave up their counter magic or whatever here. Sure. Long Goodbye, not exactly what I'm looking for. If I Deadly Cover Up, they just slip out the back. Let's pass. I think I'm just gonna have to Deluge here or something. We'll see. Gartic Slaps, yeah. Yeah, Words on Stream I played, but it was too easy for people to cheat, I found, randomly. So some of those games, you know, and then you got to be careful who you play with. There's like toxic people who try and get in and stuff, and I have to say no. If you're like not a regular, I can't play with you. But I love those things. They're super fun. I do like also playing like even things like GeoGuessr and stuff like that can be really fun. Yeah, Long Goodbye kills that. I don't care. I just need to find an answer to Tolarian Terror here. It's Deluge. They only have 1 unknown card here. So if they have a counter spell, we might see it right now. We do not. Damn. Iganjo just a little too small to kill that Terror. God damn it. It's annoying. Cut down. Let's cover it up. I think I can get rid of the Deluge. We're not going to be flashing that back. And this is going to be a slip out the back on the Terror, I assume. I'm not dead to the Terror, though. Yeah, mono blue. Interesting. Haven't seen a mono blue deck in ages. The reason is it just gets absolutely demolished by aggro. Mono blue is good against these slow control decks, Domain, maybe something like that, but I don't even know if Domain probably just goes way over the top of them. I'm not even sure. Yep, there's the slip out the back. Can't do anything about that. So I am going to die now. But I can look at their deck. Haughty Djinns. So many Essence Scatters. And Delver. 2 Shore Up, 2 Slip Out the Back. Lucky, lucky. So they found one of each of their 2-ofs to protect their dudes here. I can't flash in Tidebinder, so we die. Okie dokie. But yeah, Mono Red, Boros Convoke, Bant Toxic, all those decks just absolutely steamroll. That's why you haven't seen Mono Blue Djinn in a long time. But it's too bad. It's a cool deck. I do like the tempo decks. I wish there was a place for them in the metagame, but There just is not. Chrome Host pretty good here. Flanker's pretty amazing. Just exiling their graveyard. Get Lost and Destroy Evil should be good. Just need to kill all the big stuff. I think I'm going to take out Cut Down. I'll leave in Long Goodbye because it hits Jin as well as Delver here. Temp Lockdown I don't need. Jace I don't think I need. Counter Magic is not great here. Like 3 steps ahead, it's tough to cut this card because even though it is a counter spell, it's also card draw. I think I have to leave that in, but could cut a No More Lies or something early. The early counter magic is, yeah, not amazing here. There's no triggered abilities on those creatures, so I can't really... Tishana's, I mean, there's the Delver, but I mean the actual creatures that matter. Delver's the worst of their creatures. I think I'll keep it like this. Just even exiling their graveyard can be just GG for them, right? Cavern? Cavern's not good in that deck. No, the problem is you don't have any overlap with your creatures. You've got to name Human for or I guess, I don't know, maybe you don't Cavern Delver, but you've got to name Serpent or Jin. Like, there's no overlap, so then you've got to draw multiple Caverns, and, you know, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's good enough. There's a reason you don't see Mono Blue anywhere in the online challenges or any of that stuff. Okay, I'm going to keep this. Hopefully, we can get in a counter spell under their Delver. But if they have turn 1 Delver, so be it. Mono Blue is Love Torf. I know you like it, but doesn't win versus Domain anymore, Don Chaos? Yeah. Oh, it has a hard time beating Cavern. Yeah, that is true. Right, yeah. Since Cavern came out, it's probably even tougher for... even before, like, Domain just went way over the top of Mono Blue. Like, before they printed Cavern, Domain was a good deck, and there was still no Mono Blue in sight. But you're right, with Cavern, yeah, you're right. It just can't even beat those decks anymore either. So it's just not in a good position. But, hey, it's still a you know, proactive, linear Magic deck. So it can steal games. Like, it, you know, if it does... have turn 1 Delver and you blind flip, immediately flip Delver and go to town, and you have counter magic and exactly the right removal spell or protection spells for their removal and all that stuff, then it's really good, right? It actually it can feel like a very powerful deck, but as soon as you play some sideboarded games against some of the other tier 1 decks, it all just falls apart. And again, even Domain just draws a couple Caverns and just slams, you know, an Archangel against you, and you just can't beat that. Okay, I want to represent Wandering Emperor and Memory Deluge here. So they're going to bring in some negates. That's all they can really do. They might bring in a Graveyard Hate card, but again, that's folly. I think if you're bringing in Graveyard Hate against the control decks, you're doing it wrong. Esper, you know, and Blue-White, and even Blue-Black, you're not hating them by eating their graveyard. Could cycle this, but I don't think we need to do that yet. The longer this game goes on, the higher our chance of winning is. It just keeps going up. So I'm fine just sitting here. The more they fill their yard, the more powerful a card like this gets. If I could ever catch them with a Deadly Cover-Up and strip their Serpents or their Djinns, that's like stripping 33% of the creatures in their deck. It's crazy. Like, Mono Blue, the way to fight them is to kill their creatures because they only play 8. Like, most of the builds don't play Delver. They just play 4 Serpent, 4 Djinn, right? That's how you kill them. You smash their creatures, and that's it. They have to pray to have the right answers. Otherwise, your removal, you usually have more removal than they have counters, right? Okay, so we pass. Now I can bait with Emperor on their end step and start forcing them to have to do something here. They go for the Djinn. No more lies? Let's see them fight over this. I've got Long Goodbye as an uncounterable answer to Djinn. This is another card that just, like, how can you be playing Haughty Djinn in a format where Long Goodbye is in a lot of decks? Like, every black deck plays it. Okay. I'm not going to go for Emperor here because I want to pay for their Spell Pierce slash negate. Or a Spell Pierce slash make disappear, I mean. Okay, so let's deduce. See if we can make a land drop. Ouch. Okay, pass to them. No lands, not great here, but not the end of the world. With this hand, I mean, look at this hand. I feel like I have literal answers to everything. I think we're going to be okay. Bounce and, some play Shredder, that's true, yeah. So if they play 12 creatures, that's a little bit different, but with 8 or, you know, even 10 creatures, 12, I still think it's better to just attack them on that axis. Attack them by killing their creatures, and then the rest of the cards don't matter. So let's pass. Now, exiling that Jin means I can't strip it with the Deadly Cover-Up, but we're very far from going for that here. We've got to have 12 or 13 mana before I can try and play like a 5-drop. And that might sound egregious, but it is true. Like, when you're playing the Control Mirror too, that's why the land drops are so important. You're not trying to get to 7 and 8 mana, which is already hard enough. You're trying to get to, like, 12 and 13 mana, where you can, like, you know, cast something for 4, leave up multiple counter spells, leave up Deluge into counter spell, or whatever you have to do. Okay, now I'm definitely going to go for a Wandering Emperor on end step. Let's cause them to have to do something here. They do have 8 cards. Maybe I should just let them discard here, but yeah, maybe I should have done that. Now that I just noticed they have 8 cards in their hand. Yeah, but see, these are the counters they play. So I'm going to force them to have to double counter this, and I'll take my 2 for 1. Yeah, those are all the cards we're playing around. So, hey, if they want to spend 2, I'm fine with that. If Emperor trades for 2 cards, she's great. Let's pass. Yeah, this is such a beating against them, too. Flash, exile your graveyard? That's devastating. Okay, we get to keep drawing more cards. Land drops are good, too, but I think I'll take this. We have Restless Reef. Okay, let's pass. I'll discard Cover Up here, I think. Okay. Pass. Christmas, what's up? A Z Game Raid! Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm doing a YouTube video, so a bunch of the stuff is turned off here. Let me give you a shout out. Thank you, Z. How you doing, man? Give Z some love. What were you playing? What were you getting up to? What format? Calix, how you doing? Baby Raid? Oh, it's all good. Everybody's great, man. Thank you. Oh, sorry, this is the very last match of this standard event we're doing for YouTube. So we had another raid earlier, and B Hobbsy. I was he came in there and the raid music started playing. So yeah, the raid music didn't play this time. Good. Deal. Adios. Now, they can play their slip out the back or whatever it is, and we can fight over that. Getting time to Kutzel's flanker their graveyard, I think, as well here. Sure. They scry to the bottom. Okay. So I could flash in Emperor here. The only thing they could get me with is Spell Pierce, but why let them Spell Pierce me when I can, I think I can just do this. Let's pass. And they can have their Jin. We'll long goodbye it on end step again. And if they interact with that, then we will Kutzel's flanker. Sure. What you got? Let's see if they draw a bunch of cards. That would be interesting. And then I could exile their graveyard, maybe. Nope. Die? Okay. Plus, they leave in Fading Hope just to bounce their own Jins, I guess. Kind of weird, but could have attacked with Restless Reef there as well, mill them, and then Kutzel's flanker them. But let's see what happens here. Are they gonna cast something? Wow. Sure. So should I go for the flanker now? I think I should. I can counter their counter here. They have an Essence Scatter. I don't think I wouldn't expect Essence Scatter in the post-board games here, but again, you never know what people are doing on arena events here. But anyway. No worries, doing well. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I'm doing well as well. Played Sultai Control. Oh, nice. Sultai Control. I want to see that. What does that even look like? Pass. Jin's going to be a 1/5 here. Kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. And I could either Deluge or 3 steps or a bunch of stuff here. I can remember I could 3 steps copy Flanker and exile their graveyard again, right? Should I let this happen? Or should I just 3 steps this now? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do all of these things. I'm gonna do this. I don't think I've done that once yet. Okay. Another Tidebinder? Ugh, I don't think I want that, actually. Okay, so they have a 1/5. Gone up against so many control decks. Yeah, it's the best archetype in Standard, I think, right now, so yeah. They have another Prankster? God, are they ever lucky. Okay, sure. They're able to put a couple cards in the yard here, but this thing's still at 2/5. We're gonna start clocking them for 6 here. Jeez, pretty lucky. But here we are. Cheated in horror. Cheated in? How did they cheat it in? Couldn't get rid of it. Yeah, horror is a nasty card if they have mana up and everything. Ah, there they go. Sure. Deal. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for the full counters there. I just assumed they only had one of these, but apparently they had 2. Pretty lucky. Okay, I like this. Should I swing first? Yeah, we can punch first, I guess. Let's see. They have a counter spell. I counter back. They have... Like, their counters are not hard counters, most of them. Spell pierces and make disappears, those things don't matter, right? It's got to be a negate. I haven't seen a negate yet. I could fight over a negate, but if they have, like... They have to have multiple counter spells here, basically, right? Kind of insane that they blocked. They could just get wrecked by a Ganjo by doing that, but... Silly. Sure. Cover it up. See if they can interact here. No. No discounts for that. Pay the full 3 or get fucked. Let's see. Sultai, yeah, I want to see the list. Sultai Control sounds interesting. So, blue-black Control, I can get behind. What is the green for? That's what's got me wondering. Why Sultai? Why green? What is the green doing for you in Control? Exactly. So, let me know. That's what I'm curious. Is it for mana ramp? You don't really need to ramp, right? I don't know. Oof. I'll just take all your Jins, I think. They have a make disappear. Yikes. I guess I should have taken the... Well, there's only 1 Jin in the deck. There's 3 Serpents still, so maybe I should have taken that. Pass. Okay, no more Jins, so maybe I can start attacking with my creature land here and start milling them out. They top deck. They have memory... make disappear plus whatever they found off the top here. Doing well with blue-black. Yeah, blue-black is nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Trivia, it's mental stamina for sure. Yeah, there's any control deck is like that. You have to have the stamina to sit down and say, yeah, this is going to be an hour-long match. You know, I'm going to play the whole match probably, and each game is going to take a long time. I'm going to pass here. Let's Tidebind this. And that way, you know, it is going to stop this trigger, but it'll also stop the any future triggers, because this card will now just be a 1/1 with no words on it. So we do that. They top deck. We have Deluge, and I can pay for Make Disappear, but they can sack the Delver, so I'm not going to pull the trigger on this yet. Yep. Attack. No. Mystic Snake, yeah. Is Mystic Snake, is there a Mystic Snake variant? It's more of a ramp control deck. So yeah, the green is for the ramp. That's what I'm assuming. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Am I going to do this now? I'm going to do it on their upkeep. See what happens here. If they want to spend mana, they can. Okay, that should do it. Good. They find an island. Delver can't do anything. Alright, let's attack for 3. I should have been attacking the whole time, probably. I don't know why I wasn't, actually. I'm just... like, the life total... it doesn't matter until I take over the game and kill them. The little chip shots probably don't matter here. They're just going to scoop to, you know, if they can't answer Seed Shark or whatever. Do you have Essence Scatter? Show me. I don't think you kept it, did you? Make Disappear, pay 4. Sure. I will do that. I have enough mana, I think. Pass. Nice. Mostly rat. Omen Path Journey. Oh, nice. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Corn Journey. Cornucopia. Journey Bog. Bog is that weird tutor spell. Yeah, okay. The Bog is interesting in a control deck. Huh. Yeah, I like blue-black control, but it's so hard to get away from temporary lockdown. And cards like this, they're just too important. Wandering Emperor is such an important tool in the control deck. And No More Lies, really, is the base. Like, you need that 2-mana Swiss Army Knife. Just counter anything, like, right into the mid-game. Feels so good. I can't get away from it. So that's what this deck is doing, is basically taking that. The reason to play blue-black is this, and we're jamming it in the blue-white shell. And I think it's good, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to keep this the same. I don't change anything. Let's run it back. Black has Path of Peril, but that's much weaker than Temp Lockdown. Like, it's just not even close. Like, you know, Temp Lockdown seeing play and pioneer blue-white control. That's how good it is. And that format has a lot of other good black wraths, but Temporary Lockdown just better than all of them. Just hitting all the non-creature permanents can be really important, especially when you're playing Get Losts. You give them maps, you don't even care. You know, Boros Convoke, I mean, both of them, if you have them early, it kind of does the same thing there. But, I mean, the Temp Lockdown even eats their Case of the whatever, like the white case to drop. I find there's so many random things that I'll hit with Temporary Lockdown that Path wouldn't do it. I played Path a ton, too. Can't keep a one-lander here. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. 28 land deck. When I'm keeping hands, it never feels like a 28 land deck. It's 1 land into 0 into 2 lands here. But during the games, I feel like it's a 28 land deck. Like in the late game, I'm like, drawing land. Come on. Jesus Christ. So I have to keep this. I don't know. I guess I'll do this. Put these on the bottom. Mull to 5. You gotta love Le Magique, huh? Turn 1 Delver on the play, because of course they have it when I mull to 5. Those are some ugly hands. The Corn allows you to live through most... Yeah. Yeah, the life gain is good from Corn. Are you playing a lot of other gold cards? You said the Bog card, but really the Corn gains you a lot of life if you have Atraxa in your deck. And, you know, the new version that's playing 4 Cornucopias, the new version of Domain playing like a bunch of Lightning Helixes and all that shit. You know, that deck gains a lot of life. I guess Sultai, you're, you know, just little tiny 1/1/1/1, like every turn is still something, but you're not gaining like 4 life in one shot or anything, right? Path of Peril. Oh, really? Sometimes, yeah, they can blow up your temp lockdowns. It usually doesn't matter because the decks you bring it in against are, the decks you bring it in against are making a ton of tokens. So that sometimes comes up. You're right, it can happen, but I think I like the exile because I think there are a lot of non-creature permanents. You just don't remember what they are in the moment. But when you actually play, like Bant Toxic, like if I'm playing Path of Peril against Bant Toxic and they have Skrelv's Hive in play, I'm dead. You know what I mean? Like there's things like that that come up that you're like, oh yeah, that card, or oh yeah, like to me it's just, I don't know. I think there is enough non-creature permanents that I want Temp Lockdown. The only way I'm not playing Temp Lockdown is if I just am not playing white. So, I don't know. Control, I think with No More Lies and something like Temp Lockdown and stuff, yeah, I think white and Wandering Emperor, of course. To me, it makes the most sense to be white control. I tried blue-black, and it just felt so tough to grind through all their win cons. And if they play like a non-creature permanent, you're just dead. Like your Tidebinders are the most important card in your deck. If they play Urabrask's Forge or whatever, I'm not even talking about things that can get eaten by lockdown anymore. I mean, just in general. Okay, let's pass. In general, there's some non-creature permanents that I found very difficult to deal with blue-black control. Blue-white, you know, doesn't have that problem. Esper is weird because you're ditching the March of Otherworldly Light and the Get Lost and that stuff. That's the stuff you normally use in blue-white to deal with those non-creature permanents. You're ditching all that, so you need to replace it somehow. You've got Tidebinder, and you've got, like, I'm playing Farewell, but it's weird. But I found that was my problem with blue-black. So, but green solves that. Green gives you that aspect. You have Beseiju in the mana base. You have, you know, green options like Tranquil Frillback or whatever out of the sideboard, right? So green actually plugs that hole that blue-black has where, you know, it struggles to deal with non-creature permanents, I think. But yeah, tokens are usually, so you're right. Like, I'm not saying Path is bad. They're both good 3-mana sweepers, but I find I like Temporary Lockdown more. The downside of it getting blown up and them getting their stuff back, it comes up. It's not irrelevant, but it's, yeah, I'm going to go for this. Screw it. But I find it rare. I don't find it to come up very often. I don't know. I'm sure you have something here. Whatever. Deal. Corn is kind of cool. With Shana. Whoa. Cornucopia and Shana. 3/3 lifelink at the beginner and subpicks. Okay, and yeah, you have to gain a bunch of life. Yeah, that is actually interesting. But again, like, Shana's an aggressive card, right? Shana's a card that wants you to, like, I mean, I guess not. You could play it as a card draw engine, but a 3-mana 3/3 lifelink, like, that's going to be at its best on turn 3, right? I guess I'll play this. Did you leave Essence Scatter in the deck? I don't know. We multi-5. I can't really play around anything here. I'm just going to die to Delver if I don't act. But yeah, but Shana, like, because remember, if you're playing Cornucopia, you should be trying to play big stuff. You should be trying to play a bunch of colors and big things, because that's what Cornucopia is doing for you, is ramping you and fixing your mana, right? So it's perfect with Atraxa. It's perfect with big, you know, Archangel and these big splashy 6 and 7 drops. Like, a 3-drop with Cornucopia doesn't make sense, because those two cards want to be in different decks, in my opinion. Your 3-mana 3/3 wants to be in a proactive deck that's curving out with creatures, that doesn't cast anything more than 5 mana. You know, your Cornucopia deck wants to play big stuff, like 7 mana, 6 mana stuff, big, huge things to ramp into. Just, the life is perfect to get you there. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's some friction there, or at least they're not really, like, they don't belong in the same deck, even though, yes, when you read them, you say, oh, this one gains life and this one cares about gaining life. These should work well together, but zoom out a little bit and think about the shell that deck's going to look like, the shell those cards are going to be in, and it doesn't make sense, right? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. But in the same deck. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to put them in the same deck together, but I don't know. Nib Mizzet's crushing Pioneer now that Corn was printed? Are you serious? Is it seeing play in Pioneer? I have no idea. Do people play Pioneer? I don't think anybody gives a shit about Pioneer right now, do they? I don't know. All I hear is Pioneer sucks. It sucks. And nobody likes playing it. And I think there's a Pioneer RCQ season coming up, so people are going to have to care. But from what I hear, Pioneer's not very fun, right? Like, it's just the same shit. Like, they have to ban Treasure Cruise. I don't know. I still think the Phoenix deck is the best deck in the format, but Nib Mizzet is a good matchup there. Has Cornucopia really made all the difference there? Kind of interesting. Maybe. Pioneer, yeah, it's the oh, is it current? It just started. Okay, I know that standard is the next RC, so there's a standard RC coming up, but Pioneer RCQ season has started officially. Okay, okay, so people are caring again about Pioneer. I don't know. I think that Pioneer needs some work. And if you read the banned and restricted announcement, it didn't sound good. When I read what Wizards thinks about the format, it does not sound good. I don't think they understand. They're like, yeah, so we looked at Pioneer and it looks like what did they say? You know, the Vampires deck is great and the format looks healthy and that's it. They didn't point out the fact that like they have these delve cards that should have been banned a long time ago probably, but darn. I think we're gonna lose to Mono Blue here. Damn. Multi 5. Could not get there. Shocker. No resources. They had the turn 1 Delver that ends up sticking around and killing us. Oops. The variance train. And we end up going 2-3. That's good though, because the last few videos I put up, I think we went like 5-0, 4-1, 4-1. I think people probably think I cherry pick these, but we put up all the events that I record, so unless it like crashes and it's, you know, I don't get to finish the event or I don't know what happens, but sure. Yeah, why not? Cool. GG. Alright, that's going to be the end of the event. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll try and get them next time. I think Esper Control is in a great spot, but kind of weird games. Did not draw very well. Multiple times mulling to 5. I punted away one match, so gotta play better. Maybe we will in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Peace.